A bleary-eyed, bruised man in a tattered coat slowly wakens from his lengthy sleep.
I'm pretty filthy. I have sort of a mess of reddish-brown hair and really filthy road clothes. I wear a long coat that I slept in. I slept about 20 hours last night. Geez, unshaven, a bit of a mess. So far, you're just talking about current Liam right now.
I need visual.
They're blue.
There you go.
That's it. It was a rough dip.
All right. And your name is?
Oh, Caleb. Caleb Widowguest.
All right.
Well, okay. Well, I'm just, a little blue tiefling. That's all. With blue hair. And, I'm wearing like a pretty cute dress. That's all. And I'm having a good time, We're just having a good time here at breakfast. Are you guys staying here?
This blue-skinned tiefling suddenly leans over to view of the table.
Don't move.
7 silver for you.
Don't move. Tieflings can only see movement.
And 16 copper.
I don't think
It's
that's
very
true.
true. We have a hard time seeing things that aren't moving. It's very true. But I can hear you. You should take a bath. They have showers here. It's possible.
A what now?
You bathe yourself in water.
No, I've bathed before. Yeah, I know what a bath
You
is.
smell really bad and it's wafting over this direction. I'm just letting you know. I would hate if I smelled that bad and someone didn't tell me.
I have only just met you.
Hi, I'm Jester.
Hi, I'm Caleb.
Nice to meet you, Caleb. Do you stinky people want to come with us?
Caleb, we don't have any plans tonight. I guess we could go along. I wouldn't mind seeing.
It'll be fun.
Or you could stay here and buy beer for the people who do see the show so that you can hear all about it and pay more.
Yeah, we can go.
This is going to be so much fun.
Yeah, it sounds like a good night. Yeah.
Look at all these friends we're making here. This is a good city.
DM. While everybody's watching this shit happen, may I cast detect magic in the room?
You may. He's
bullshitting her. Also, for the record, there was nothing magic about that. Maybe he's good at reading people, but that was not magic.
Oh,
Caleb, are you going to go to the academy?
That's silly.
You're cheating. Somehow you're cheating.
Not. That's fine. That's fine. She won the my 2 silver pieces. We'll just leave it at that.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You can understand. We have been living in the woods for a long time. Every time we come near any place like this, we're attacked, jumped, followed. So I apologize on behalf of my
I'm
friend.
sorry. I shouldn't have done that. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry I took all this money from your friend.
That's making sense.
Oh,
Just
okay.
take the 2.
Give some of it back.
Why though? Tell you what, I'll give you none of it back. I can't. That's no. Okay,
No,
here's one
I
silver
insist.
back.
I
he's
insist.
right.
Okay, but I insist all the way back.
No,
And
he's
then
right. You should
all right,
take it.
fine. It's mine. Thank you. Yay.
I need another drink.
People took my money when I was learning.
It's fine. It's water under the bridge. It's fine. It's all right.
Another round is brought to your table.
Now I feel
You guys
bad.
can.
It feels slightly worse. There's a drink on me.
Oh, jeez. Now I'm definitely giving you your 2 silver back. Don't worry about it, man. Caleb, you want to see something cool?
Yes, I would love to see something cool.
I showed Caleb where I etched the dick in the table a couple nights ago.
Oh, yeah. Bringing it back.
That's pretty good.
Why'd you etch a
Right?
deck in the table?
It's a dick.
Oh.
Have you always been an artist?
I have actually. I've been an artist since I was little.
You think that's what they look like?
I can tell. That is what
I've
they
seen a
look like.
lot of dicks, okay? That is what most of them look like.
Already in my cups.
Oh, I'm going to read here. Good focus.
Can I look at one of your books?
Yeah, go away.
Is that a yes? You said yes.
I
felt
shoved
like
the
a
book
yes to me.
deep into my belt near my dick, so she doesn't want to go near it.
I'm not afraid of dicks.
She's not your sister anymore.
Good point.
Can I look over his shoulder the whole time he's reading it?
Sure, if he lets you.
I do not let her. I am in a corner.
And It's about.
As soon as Caleb looks up, I look at his book. What is your book about?
Oh, this is about Grumpkins and Periwinkles and.
Those are my favorite.
What is a periwinkle?
Are there drawings of them?
Occasional drawings. There's no penises drawn in this book, so I don't think you'd be interested.
Any toad creatures?
This is
Is
the
his
lumpiest little bird I've ever seen.
Is his
adorable.
name still Frumpkins?
He flits over to Jester's horn, takes a dump.
Zippity doo dah.
I feel so special and blessed, you guys.
You look like a princess.
Thank you.
But he stays there
Yay.
for the time being. So,
He can't communicate with us when he's like this.
No.
He talks. He will talk to you just out of the fucking blue.
Can he
you
feel
if
us?
you touch him?
Yeah.
If he
I poke him in the forehead.
ow.
Oh, okay.
Don't do that, please. I'm trying to concentrate.
Don't do that for you.
Can he tell who did it?
No, he can't. He
That's
can't
wonderful.
see you. But you know, I will tell him later when he asks.
Well, okay, but he won't know now.
Okay, that's easy enough.
I'm going
Take
to
some
braid
leather
Caleb's
strands.
hair.
Okay.
Say braid.
Braid.
I feel that,
I know.
and it feels good.
We're talking just one braid, French braid.
Like a few little braids, you know, because his hair's not super long. Maybe like one here, and like one down here.
Is that what you did with the coin? Is this the
Oh,
coin trick?
no, the coin was magic. It was a magic pot that we sold you.
Oh man, I've been concentrating on skinky doodles all day.
That is your power word.
All right,
Sorry.
it's fine.
Sorry.
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 But it brought us closer together.
Would you like back?
You look beautiful.
Would you like back the 2 copper pieces you gave me for the pot?
No, you keep it.
Thank you.
I'm a very generous person.
Okay, so while everyone is preparing, I take out my spool of silver thread and I go first to Jester's room and I stretch the thread across and a little flashes across and the thread disappears. If anyone goes into these doors besides you, I will know, but not when we're on that island, only on the way there.
Okay.
Lasts about a mile, that trip.
That's awesome.
Great, yeah.
Speaking of cloaks, mine smells really bad.
Oh, it was on top of a
Yeah.
of a head.
Yeah, I know. It's
that's
really
pretty
gross. I'm going to go try to find somewhere to wash it.
Okay, upstairs at the end of the hallway at the very end is kind of a communal washroom. You can find space
Hey,
there.
Caleb!
Yeah?
You know what's upstairs? This place where I'm going to go wash some stuff. You could use it.
I like you just the way you are.
You are bloody now too, in addition to being stinky.
You should probably actually get that patched up, actually, though. That is fair.
I'm
Yeah,
fine.
I actually feel like you're starting to get like a rash.
Yeah, I'm good, thank you.
Damn right. You're damn right.
Off you go.
Have you ever made him a turtle?
He can't hear you right now, unfortunately.
Have you ever made him a snake? Have you ever made
He's
him
gone.
a roach?
He's gone to the other place. He won't be able to respond.
Have you ever made him a unicorn?
A unicorn would be really cool.
I'm going to sit next to Caleb and watch it all happen.
It is riveting.
While he's doing everything he's doing, I'm going to try to very subtly draw a dick in his book.
A dick in a book! Oh!
Natural Dick 20.
Wow.
What is it, Caleb?
This is good. You may have it. I don't, I don't get into water too much as you could guess. This is good for walking yourself upon water. So, so you take this as promised. But also, why is there a dick butt in my spell book?
Where did that come from? What is?
Don't know. Maybe it was not pulling a prank on me.
Probably. It was probably not. Wow, this ring is so cool.
Too dangerous for you to have. I'm keeping this
No
one.
one else wants to steal what it is, Caleb.
No, it's for me. It's for me. I gave you the ring. That's the deal. I promised it to you, and now you have it.
You have to tell us.
If
what
I
it
tell
does.
you, you will try to steal it from me.
No, I swear I won't.
Unless it's a one that makes donuts or pickles, then I probably won't try to steal it.
No, it's too dangerous.
Now it's definitely going to be stolen.
Do you want to know what it does?
Yes.
I will show you what it does.
Ring, wand, and manacles.
What does it do? Wait, he's
Oh,
doing
well,
it.
He's casting the wand. He's doing the
I
wand.
point this stick at Jester. Oh, it's just a stick.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't do anything?
No. Told you.
Here, Caleb.
It does hurt people. You seem very angry at me right now.
I'm just wondering what your deal is.
Look, this ring is perfect for you. That way, if we get near water, you don't go in it.
Slowly, ever so slowly beginning to like you, so please don't fuck it up.
I think that we should all say thank you to Caleb for identifying our object.
Okay.
I held the wand under the table at Caleb's leg and tried to do
Now
it
you
to
look
him
like
too.
you've been
15.
Oh, you succeeded, but you didn't even know I tried.
I remember now, the Ruby of the Sea. I can't believe she's your mother.
Is she a jeweler?
No.
Not
Not
exactly.
interesting.
No, she entertains gentlemen. She's hard to describe. A performer, an entertainer.
She's mostly known, she's mostly known for her. But outside of that, her voice is amazing. You should hear her sing.
What does that mean?
What does what mean?
Well,
She has sex for money. But mostly, I mean, people pay her a large sum. So it's like, 3 guys mostly. She like keeps a few people at a time. But like, she doesn't see everybody because she's super, super famous.
So you're the
Yeah,
daughter of a celebrity.
Yeah.
How was that growing up in fame and fortune?
Oh, well, I wouldn't know exactly because she never told anybody that I was there. But I bet if she had, it would have been crazy.
There, where were you? Where were you at this point?
Like in my room.
Just trapped in your room?
Did you go outside? Or
No, I wasn't trapped, but
did you get to go to the park? Or did she read you stories? Did she do the things that parents do?
she read me some stories. And a lot of times I would listen at the door and hear her sing. I totally understand it. She loves me so much. She really, really does. It's just, people frown upon courtesans with daughters.
And
very fair.
I'm sorry, I'm from you are from the south, yeah? Mm-hmm. I'm from the north. Does this include also, besides the like singing and poetry, you said? Yeah. So she was skilled as an artisan as well?
Yes, that's why I'm such a good painter,
That's fascinating, for real, yeah? Mm-hmm.
Did she teach you your spell and fighting talents?
Oh, no, that came from the Traveler.
How did you... Never mind.
And this is why you're looking for your dad.
Well, yes.
You're looking
Was
for
he
your
a
dad.
client of your mother's?
Well, yes. But I feel so nervous all of a sudden. Everybody's looking at me.
We can look away.
Yeah, well, keep talking.
Okay, so
You're
they were
really- you're-
totally in love, and she's going to marry him, and he was totally in love with her, and he's going to marry her, and they said they were going to get married, and then she got pregnant with me, and he said they got married, and then he was going to go set up his house, and then he just never came back.
That's very sad.
I know, it is really sad.
So are you going to find him to meet him and know him, or to seek revenge upon him?
No, I'm going to find him so that I have somewhere to live, because I'm not allowed to be at the house anymore.
Why aren't you allowed to be in the house anymore?
Well, because I'm kind of in trouble in Nicodramus.
What did you do?
Well, because I sort of played a prank on this guy who was seeing my mom.
What kind of a prank?
Well, so the Traveler taught me how to make myself look like other people, right?
Okay.
So I made myself look like my mom, and then I lured him out onto our balcony, and he was wearing nothing but like this girdle of hers. And then I locked the door. And I thought that was funny, you know.
That
it looks
is
really
fun. That's
good in
pretty
my
funny.
sketchbook.
So he was
And
just
then-
out there in a girdle.
Yeah, which is no big deal. But then I found out he's kind of a lord.
And you embarrassed him?
That was
He was
very
really,
nice.
really, really pissed off.
Was this at nighttime or daytime?
This was in the day.
Oh, how many people saw?
Oh, everyone.
Oh, let's go great.
It was so great. But he said he wanted to kill me, and they
Oh,
said,
that's not great.
you know, that was cool, and he could. And so my mom was like, go. And I was like, okay.
Oh,
What was his name so we can avoid him?
yeah.
Lord something something.
Okay.
Lord
Let's avoid all lords.
I'm all right with that.
Robert something something.
Robert.
Lord Robert.
I'll remember it eventually.
Funny is funny. He should have a better sense of
I
humor.
thought so too. He looked really good.
What's wrong with being in a girdle?
I know, right?
Nothing, don't-
Oh,
Yes,
that's
so
pretty crazy. So you think you can actually... What? Hang on. Why do you want to live with your dad that you never met? Why not just go do your own thing?
well, I mean,
Your father is your father. How could you not be curious
I
about your
know,
father?
right? I mean, I've never met him. I thought it would be cool.
Yeah,
But I mean, that's who I was looking for when I met Ford over
Sometimes fathers are disappointing.
But it is still your right to know your parents, who they are. You have to understand where you came from.
there. I mean, he's supposed to be pretty darn cool.
What do
He
know?
wears lots of rings on his fingers too, you guys.
Do you know his name?
Before we can get to that, I just have to say you're respectfully terribly filthy. And this is an establishment that I have to insist requires some more cleanliness. And as he kind of waves his hand in front of you, you watch as all the dirt on your coat just begins to sift away. You watch as your clothing just becomes cleaned right up the front of you, reaching up towards your neck. And you watch as the dirt begins to kind of fleck away across your face.
Tilting. I'm arching my face.
As you fight it, a moment passes and you see before you, the first time since you've met, a sparkly, clean Caleb.
I have no idea. I
this-
have no idea.
Yeah.
You're
been your favorite.
beautiful.
At this point, the two other figures in the back turn around. Do you know the King's Call?
I do. Oh, I love this. This is the one I was telling you about.
You were?
Yeah, remember with the 3 cards?
Oh, yes, I remember.
Yes.
Question: is there any rafters or any high place in the room behind these gentlemen?
There are rafters, yeah. It's not a very high peak ceiling. It begins, the actual roofing element of this at least begins about 12 feet up.
Yes.
And there's a small space before the beams kind of meet the top, so.
For the moment, I scooch Frumpkin down to the floor and send him off towards behind these gentlemen and just to hang around under that spot for the moment.
So then,
I think you're too young to be watching this. You should come sit with me over here.
Oh, it's very
No,
fascinating,
it's
though.
a bad idea. You're too little for gambling.
You're not too little, you're not.
She doesn't think I am, but if Caleb says so, then I should go with Caleb.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thanks.
Use your skill.
Okay.
Frumpkin
Just
climbs up
jumping
into the
right in.
rafters with a view of the gentleman's carts. Get
All right.
Get your wine.
they all look at their hands. The younger one with the mustache kind of just keeps stroking the front of his face and goes,
I would like to start looking at their cards through Frumpkin's eyes.
Yeah.
Get ready to use your wire.
Okay.
older one, he stays.
Stays. The younger one?
Perception check.
It's 21.
21. Yeah, you can see. The younger one has a crap hand, and he's trying to bluff, and he's already sweating a bit. The older one is looking really good.
Yeah, okay, so tell our friend that Mr. Mustache is sitting pretty and the young boy has Scheiße.
Well, the mustache is the younger one. The older one is.
Reverse that order. And also, I would like the curly fries.
I point to her and whisper in my bit of copper wire and do a little hand gesture and say all of that to her. Did you win?
Yes, not. I won real good.
I knew you would.
I only lost 7 gold. That was a lot of fun, you guys. That was a good trick with the messages.
It didn't seem to help very much, though.
No, but it would have if I would have succeeded in these. Gosh, I really need to get tighter sleeves, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but that had potential.
Should we follow them outside and kill them?
Ooh, no, probably
That
not.
doesn't seem very nice.
Why don't instead we have something to drink and eat?
I agree with you 100%.
You know what
Please.
else we should do?
Follow them outside and rob them.
Molly, come on.
I just wanted to borrow some parchment. Do you have any extra pieces of paper, though?
How much do you need for
I
what?
don't know, like 20 pieces.
Do you need to write a long letter?
Like a really long one.
I'll give you 2.
I can make do with that, yes, thank you.
I hand them over.
Just over and over again.
Also, Ford walks right up behind Jester and says, "Come on, we need to get back with the others. Okay, this is not a good idea to put yourself out in the open. Let's go."
Ford,
Yes, that's me and Ford. Come on.
what is this? Is this a new accent you're trying out?
It's very.
There was a cough drug stuck in the side of my mouth.
It's very Schwarzenegger.
Ford, you almost sound like Caleb.
This is deep Texan. I don't know.
Are you planning on sounding like Caleb now?
Listen, accents are not my strong suit. Will you just please stop talking to the town crier? Thank
Are
you.
you? Wait a minute.
I'm trying to drag her
What
back.
are
I
you
might
talking
need a
about?
strength check.
Accents are your strong suit. That is, you're really good at it, Ford.
Are you
trying to drag her along?
disguised right
Yeah, back towards the group.
Yeah, do you let him drag it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You're fine.
I am Fort Tough. Let's go.
Ford, you seem even weaker than you were before. Like, when you're pulling me along. This is weird.
This is everything.
But I don't smell bad. Now, come on. Let's go to the rest of the group.
Caleb? Is it really you?
I pull her by the earlobe. Could we please go back to the rest?
Okay, don't just let go of my ear now, okay?
After asking some questions, making your way around, you eventually find the Tri-Spire, which is not too difficult to see once you know what you're looking for. And you see these 3 very unique-looking towers that ascend past what looks to be a round wall that encases the interior of this kind of elite portion of the city. As you approach the wall, the outer walls you see are basic stonework and masonry, thick as they may be and used as from a defensive position. These walls are made of solid marble, and look more decorative than designed to be a military buttress of any kind. As you approach, you can see there are 2 entrances to it, or at least you've been told there are 2. The one that's nearest to you kind of opens in the direction of the Penta Market, and while the portcullis is lifted, you see there are 2 Crown's Guard there, currently standing with spears and shields at the ready. You watch as a horse-drawn carriage kind of clomps by you and makes its way inside, and you guys approach, and one of the guards steps forward. Can I help you, please?
Yes, we have business at the Pillow Trove.
I don't think you do. Please, shove off.
Oh, well, I have business at the Pillow Trove.
What's your business with the Pillow Trove?
I have a package that's being delivered there. What business do you have at the Pillow Trove?
Look, your friend here looks like he just wanted out of the evening nip, if anything, so it would be
yes,
best.
I hired him to protect me because, you know, I'm very fragile and delicate. But if he doesn't look well enough to be my guard, you're welcome to walk me instead.
They kind of look at each other. Make a persuasion check.
Come on, girl.
Come on.
Come on, just.
Oh!
22!
He looks at each other, looks back at you.
That was impressive.
All right, I'll walk you in briefly. I'll get back to my post. You stay the fuck out of this.
Sorry, Caleb. But you know what it's like, okay?
Rejected.
All right, to the Pillow Trove, this way. As Frumpkin begins to kind of on his way in, one of the guards goes, "Pace off," poof, and kicks Frumpkin about 10 feet off and kind of stumbles and skids and then gets back up.
Does that take
Not okay.
any damage?
I'd say take 1 point of damage,
Go
yeah.
on.
No. Oh! At 1 point.
I rolled hit points for him when I made him, and it was 1, so he's gone.
You're welcome.
Hey, guard, what's your name?
Reeve?
Reeve, so nice to meet you. I'm Jester.
He had his hand out. Looks like he's expecting some sort of a tip, and you take
Nice
his.
shake.
Oh, okay.
Hey, so that guy that I hired to guard me, I give him some money. Like, what am I supposed to do? Am I allowed to get him in here so he can actually do his job?
Wait, he's not coming in.
But I hired him. I hired him to guard me, though.
I'm sorry. We have to maintain a certain kind of presentation here. It's.
All right. I guess I go back to Caleb.
Okay. You guys meet up on the outside of the district.
How was it?
It was really pretty in there. People are kind of stupid, but I did talk to the traveler, so everything's cool. Also, I don't have any money.
That's okay. I have a little bit of money. Do you need some?
No,
I have about 50 gold. Do you want me to give you some?
That's about as much as I have now. It's so stupid, though.
That's a lot of money.
It's not, Caleb.
Is?
It's not.
That's more money than my parents ever made in their entire life.
That's what I made, like, every day for my allowance.
In full view of Jester, I reach into my pocket and take what's left of the mud. Just.
Oh.
And I storm off towards our
Caleb, I
original
didn't mean to make
shitty
you
inn.
put your shit on your face again.
You see a freshly muddied Caleb enter with a somewhat flustered but smiling Jester.
How didn't we just...
This is its normal look. I think it's very nice, actually.
Maybe.
Oh, this day is great.
Big money?
No, not so much. Not a lot of money.
Lots of gifts then.
No. Jules? No, nothing really. If I sent a message from Allfield, would it have got to Nicodranas and to Zadash by now?
Yeah, Jester. I mean, that's got to take a while to get there and back.
You would take quite a while longer, I think. It's too early, probably, for you to have checked today.
We were in Allfield because that was also when I stole the mail.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, also sometimes people steal your mail, and
I believe that was
people get robbed on the road.
was it
so,
trusted?
oh yeah.
Across the wall. Yeah.
Oh.
No, I just had an itch.
I thought you were.
You have a little dirt on your face, but other than that, it's
Shit happens.
so maybe that's what it is. That's why.
Yeah.
I have a room there tonight, you guys.
Isn't it real?
Room party!
Yeah, but the thing is that apparently it's not easy to get into that district.
No, I was not able to accompany her to the Pillow Trove, so
Why not?
Why?
because I am shabby.
You're shabby?
That is fair. You are shabby.
Shabbily dressed.
Shabby chic.
We need to get you some nicer clothes then.
You know, I was thinking on the walk back here that I would probably like to get a cloak of some kind.
Oh.
I mean,
So-
you could also get a new jacket and new pants.
I know where everything is in every
new
pocket of
shirt.
this coat.
Maybe you
It has
can
been
get,
with me through a lot. What?
Maybe we can go somewhere and they will make a coat exactly like that coat with all the same pockets, only it won't have the holes in it.
I mean, how long could it take you to memorize pockets on a coat? That's like
yeah, you know,
20 minutes?
I will probably just get a cloak.
Yeah, that's probably good too.
Should we get you a rag as well? Just to have on hand, like a hanky.
Excellent idea.
Just so you don't have to do
I
like
mean,
a full bath. You could
I'm
just
not
like do
bothered.
it quick.
I don't. It seems like maybe.
I'm not bothered.
I'm not bothered.
I'm definitely not bothered. I mean, I like.
He also makes a good point, though, just in case, you know, a simple wipe down was enough to gain you entry. And,
Yeah, you know, water's not very hard to come by, so I can,
Or-
if need be. Yes.
Or we just keep going to visit that guy who made you clean.
yeah.
Every day we could just go see him and then he just makes us all clean.
Or you could really just get a new coat.
I saw the traveler, so that's good news, everyone. He's still around. He's here. He's probably like hanging out with us right now.
He's in Zadash, like staying here.
Yes. Well, probably yes.
Isn't that hard since he's not technically like
Should
recognized?
you be talking about him out in the open like that?
Well, I mean, not a lot of people know who he is yet, so really, no, I don't think I'll get in trouble.
He's a new god?
Well, I don't know if he's new, but he is, just not well known, especially here. I'm sure where he's from, like, everybody knows him, because he's really cool, so I bet a lot of people are like, oh my god, I love you.
He plays lots of local clubs. Basically. Yeah.
Yes, basically.
Up and coming, enjoying resurgence.
I love a local band.
You're sure he's a god?
Yeah. Yeah, he's really cool. Yeah, he's like so powerful. You guys should really see what he could do because it's amazing.
Give us a hint.
Well, like he can do lots of magic and he can appear out of nowhere. That's cool.
That is cool.
Were you with anyone when he showed up, or?
No. Well, traveler, you heard it yourself. If you like everyone here, you can just show up anytime.
You look around the room and nothing seems to apparate. The clientele all seem disinterested with your presence. Nothing that would belie any sort of arrival of an entity of which she spoke of.
I don't think he's here.
Well, it's possible he's just invisible right now because he does that sometimes.
It's problematic.
Incognito.
Yeah.
I mean, it is not totally unheard of. The legends in history are full of stories of the gods dabbling with mortals. I don't know what happened for you today, but it is not common, but it does happen.
Yeah, it happens.
So he just shows up for you as a man, or how does that work?
Yeah. Like, he's just this guy. I don't know exactly what he looks like because he's got this hood, but I imagine that he's like really handsome. I think he's really cute. He sounds really cute. You can probably hear me right now. I'm so embarrassed.
Hello, guy.
Right? Maybe he'll start talking to you too.
Maybe Molly can do a seance. Come out.
Oh, well, he might get, you know what? He might think that's really fun. That could be fun.
I don't normally speak with the dead on a first date, but we'll think about it.
That's possible. And this thing that I can do, this servant I can make, it's not going to be able to open these things.
No,
It's
I know. I
very
said
weak.
poke it, and then if
Sure.
they wiggle, then we know they're alive.
Sure.
That's
How
true.
about
I think your unseen servant farted on me.
Well, the rats have already started. So,
Ping, cling, clang to the ground. You see what looks to be a bracer that once belonged to a crown's guard.
bring me the bracer.
I wonder if the giant spider thing heard that.
What?
Probably.
What did you say? I did not understand
I
your
said I
accent.
wonder if the giants.
She wonders if the giant spider heard it.
Yeah, we all wonder that. Jester, will you come look at my eyes? I feel a little bloodshot. I'm not feeling well after my encounter with the rats.
Sure, I put my hands on either side of his face. Can I see anything
Wait,
weird?
come over here. Come over here, and I walk away from the group.
Okay.
I don't know if she follows me or not.
I do.
There was gold in there. I would like you to have it. It's more than I had before. Here is 100 gold were on those people. So you take it because I know that you need money.
Caleb, I don't.
I know that you need money. And I'm very, look at this. And I do
Those
a little
are
joke.
really, really strong. You
And
look
that's-
super strong.
That's sad and funny at the same time. You carry the gold because I can't carry it all.
Okay, but I'm not keeping it just for me,
That's fine.
It's for both of us.
Yeah, well, that's why you wanted money for, I assume, from your mother was to, to help us out in the position we are in.
Of course.
Yeah, so you take this. You're a better, I'm always thinking about things, and I'm not very good with amounts and money. So you carry it.
Caleb. Thank you. And I'm sorry.
I just had a really bad day today. That's all it was.
Okay.
I guess I'm sorry as well. Okay.
Do you need curing though? Because your eyes do look kind of bloodshot.
No, I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine. I'm going to stare at the wall because I don't know how to deal with attention very well.
Seem normal.
Who? You?
All of us.
Us?
Yeah.
We're very normal.
Sure.
Yes, Jester, also, you have a very nice personality, but it is a big one, so...
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, just what you were just talking about
Mean it
has
like
to do.
that. He just sometimes he's very honest with people.
It
and
did seem
feels
very
like he
pointed
can-
and targeted.
Yes,
Maybe you
because I
should
was
share
speaking
some
to
of
you,
that
Jester,
you know.
sitting in front of me.
Gotta be.
No, you don't. You made the windows,
I used thaumaturgy to open all the windows like this.
They all slam open loudly.
I did that.
Wind and rain begins to suddenly pour in from the side, from the wind blowing it through. All of a sudden, the few folks that are in there kind of freak out.
Oh, the storm is so crazy.
What means are you attempting to enter the Tri-Spires?
We go back to the gate, right?
Yeah, I had that bad time yesterday, but probably different guards there, and I have this cloak now, so I'm going
You
to...
look really. I'm just going to brush your hair out of your face.
Yeah.
And wipe any dirt off your face.
Oh, the
okay?
rain is already taken care
Well,
of.
I
most
know.
of that, yeah.
I know. Well, it's washed it off, but now I just got to get the smudges off because
Okay.
it's it's still kind of there.
Thank you.
All right.
He's good?
Well, you look sparkling clean. You look very dashing.
Okay, well,
Okay.
we'll see if the guards think so, eh?
Yes.
All right.
Just keep your cloak really tight on you, okay?
That's the idea, yeah.
Oh, hello again.
Hello again.
Yes. We're just making our way through the village rove. That's all.
We kind of both give a look over the two of you.
I'm all nice and buttoned up,
Buttoned
belt
up
tied,
and looking at the ground.
looking tough.
For the sake of this, go and make a persuasion check, Jester.
17.
All right. Come in, come in.
You made it.
It's nice in here.
I know, right?
I know, right?
Should we ask where the smutty shop is that you want to go to? I go back to the garden and ask where the chest of these lookers.
Tom, are you hungry? Do you want anything?
I always am hungry.
Okay, I will get us some sweets if you want.
Really?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We are flush at the moment.
All right.
Walk in.
Easy enough to ask.
Yeah, what are you in the mood for? Do you want something sweet or savory?
Oh man, this bakery that we had in Nicodranas had the amazing bear claws.
Bear claws.
Yes.
Well, let's see. Excuse me, whoever's running this show.
Hello. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, we're in the mood for some bear claws, the kind they have in Nicodranas. Have you heard of these? Do you have them?
I've heard we have bear claws. I don't know if we have any Nicodranus bear claws.
We'll take the bear claws, yeah?
Yes, and then we can compare and let you know.
All right. As far as I know, the only major difference is they load it up with cinnamon.
That's exactly what I was going
We
to say.
can do that.
Cinnamon, yes.
We can do that. It's all right. It'll all right. That'll be done. How many would you like?
Probably 10 bear claws. And also, do you have any hot, freshly baked bread?
That we do as well, of course.
I will take a large loaf of hot bread, fresh out of the oven, please. Oh yeah, we'll return. We'll double back for the bear claws.
Okay.
So we'll come back for 10 of these and that hot bread.
All right. So 10 bear claws. Bread. You want to pay in advance?
Yeah, sure. That's no problem.
3 silver.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Easy. Thank you very much.
Of course, we'll be here. See you back here in a minute.
Yes.
Caleb, I'll buy you some porn.
Okay, that's good to know.
Okay.
I lead the way to Chastity's nook. Okay.
She kind of looks over to make sure that they're kind of blocking the view to
I
anybody
turn
else.
with her so that
Yeah.
my back is, and I speed read like 4 pages.
Oh, they're illustrations?
Oh, jeez.
Can I want to buy the other one that's expensive, please? Thank you.
Well, all right, that's 15 gold.
But be secret when you put it in my bag, okay?
Okay. She adjusts her glasses once more. Thank you, and it's been a pleasure.
Oh, it's probably about time to go pick up the backlogs.
Yeah, bear claw pastries.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. Would you like to carry the backlogs?
Yes, please. Thank you.
As we're walking out, I will show you a trick that I've learned, in the past few years. It's very cold out, and I pull sides of the bread out. It's hot, and I hand you bread, and I hand you a piece of bread, and then I shove my hands in. It's warm. Then I can eat it later. Let's go.
Oh, Caleb.
You know you can buy mittens.
Yeah, there's like muffs, like hand muffs.
Yeah, but I can eat this. Why are you looking at me that way?
It's weird, Caleb. It's weird.
It's not weird. Many people have done this in this make-believe world and also in America. I walk out
Well,
the door.
it's really good bread. You want to see my room?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a very, very nice room.
I slide my hand under the sheets and I just feel that thread count.
Your hands are dirty. They're covered in bread.
It's okay. It's okay because I rented it. I pulled the covers off.
Oh,
lay
that's
down. You want to
right.
lay down? You can use it.
Maybe if you carried a ruler, you could hit my knuckles harder next time.
Would you like that?
No.
Would you like some mitts?
No.
You know this is how diseases are spread, right?
I like my hand on fire.
Okay.
Why didn't you just light your hands on fire instead of putting it in bread?
I
Isn't
would
that
have burnt the bread and then I couldn't eat it. It's simple.
It's toast. It's actually really tasty.
Well, I don't have the control is a little tricky sometimes.
A little off.
Sometimes.
Sauber fire.
Sauber.
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 Zauber!
Sauber.
I crawl under the bed.
The whole Cerberus assembly thing. Do you know much about them?
I mean, if you're an empire, you've heard of the Cerberus Assembly, yeah?
Yeah, I know. What do you think about the Empire?
I mean, what?
About the crown?
It is what it is.
Okay. I think it's kind of bullshitty.
Well, that is also true, but it is also is what it is. It's the empire.
What makes it bullshitty?
You hear Jester
Where
say
are
from
you?
underneath the bed.
What are you doing down there?
I was just seeing if anybody left anything good under here.
And?
It's pretty well cleaned though, so nothing is here that's good. Not even any bugs or anything.
I think best we can do is just try and be happy, and as you said, this shitty situation that we've all been granted.
Nationwide, yeah.
Yeah.
Should we go? Or...
Oh, sure, yeah. I crawl out from under the bed. Caleb,
Yeah?
I got you a present.
Did you?
Yes.
You bought that
I
book?
bought you history porn.
You bought me that book? That is so expensive for this book. This is just
Well,
smart.
technically you gave me the money for it, so. Is it useful?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't read things like this.
Mind if I take a look at it?
Yeah, you have it.
I'm gonna flip through. Does anything catch my eye based on what I know?
You know, the thing is, places like that are like, it's like yard sales. 99% of the time there's just nothing but broken crap. But once, and I pat the book in one of my holsters, I found something.
Is that the one I drew the dick in?
Did you draw the dick next on the friend spell? You did it. That's the one. Yeah, I found that in a pawn shop.
Really?
Yeah.
Are there pawn shops here?
Porn.
Porn
P-O-R-N.
shop.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, hidden.
Oh, okay.
I might read it later when you're done reading it.
You go first. You give me your review.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have at it.
Okay.
Doesn't want it. Keep on.
But I appreciate the gesture because it is the thought that counts. It's the gesture.
That's my name.
But seriously, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys go to sleep. You go to
Wait,
sleep.
I knock on Jester and Beauregard's door.
What is it that you want knocking on our door so late at night, Kayla?
You look-
What is it, Kayla?
I brought my task. You are turning in?
Should I not?
No, you do, but by all means. But I've changed my mind. I feel guilty for just discarding the book that you purchased for me, and I was wondering if I could read it tonight, but only if you're going to bed.
Yeah, see what you can find.
I'm going to read it before bed. It'll take me about an hour. Good night.
I think he was bragging at you. Good night, Kayla.
Waking in the early morning, the chilled morning air comes through.
I go to Jester and Beauregard's room and
Oh,
say,
you're
"Good
back
morning,
again already.
good morning, sleepyheads." And I just leave the book leaning against the door. Well, so we want to put information in Sultan's house, Elder, right? So we could have some sort of writing that is not from the High Rector.
I'll start writing that note right now.
Yeah? Yeah.
I'll make it look kind of crisp.
Okay.
And like,
Hi.
Evil
yeah,
calligraphy.
like evil handwriting.
Keep
Sounds
your
like where I was
writing
going before.
very plain. Yeah?
Yeah.
Not immensely charming. No, I mean not charming like the
So
way
no
you
hearts
speak.
above the eyes then?
No.
I write on behalf of HR.
Yeah, that's good.
What comes after that? Yours
Super boss.
truly,
It sounds
forever and ever, your BFF.
No. And take out the part where you say, "Do you like me? If so, check this box."
Should I heal
Yeah,
him
now you're with me.
and wake him up?
Yes, we need to. Yes.
Are you guys ready?
Maddie, how far are we from the entrance where we came down the sewer?
You're maybe 150 feet from the entrance where you came down, and you're a few hundred feet from the way that leads back up into the city of the Interstead Sprawl. Okay.
Oh man.
Jester, my idea is, most people are not like that crown skull bastard. Most people like cats, so maybe if Frumpkin woke him up, with a couple of licks, he would wake up in a bed.
Most people like me too, though.
That's also true.
And I'm blue and he's blue.
It's all yours.
I pat him on his little cheek. And I say, "Wake up, Theo."
That's
Okay,
good.
so this is better than it was before. You have monster cabs. Do you want to carry this now?
What, like on me all the time?
Undulating
I
kind
can
of
carry
low
this
hum
box
and
with me all the time, but
grayish
don't you think
glow.
it's weird to just carry around a box all the
Can we put
time?
No, people carry boxes. I am worried about
+4.
22.
crossing two planes of existence. It might not be that at all, but it is definitely not worth chancing. Okay, well, that's fine. I'm going to walk about 200 feet away from you when you put it in that bag, but...
I put it in the bag.
You plop it in the bag.
Next week for the next game.
It vanishes inside the pouch.
How long does it take to take effect if we're all going to die?
It takes about 2 weeks, so I guess we'll find out.
Eventually. And I put my bag back on. Just so we don't have to fight another cube just in case.
I'm pretty good. I have not let go of all of my... Is everyone all right?
6.
Jester, how are you
Thank
feeling?
you. I'm feeling like I'm a little sick right now, but I feel like I've got very little health. Like I'm bleeding a little bit from my ears.
I reach into the satchel on the side
No,
of my
you keep
belt,
it. You
But I
keep
have
it. I'll
and
do
I
it.
give her my potion of
Kaylin, really, I
healing,
have-
of regular healing.
Caleb, I have healing spells still. It's okay.
Well, what are you complaining about then?
I wasn't bitching at all. You asked.
That is not the verbiage that I chose at all.
The warbage.
The word.
Bridge.
Jester, while Molly is having a look around, let me tell you, hold that for me. Hold it still.
What?
And I will
Hold
tell
what still?
The sword.
the sword, and I will tell you what it is, but you have to hold it for a while, Muscles.
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, a couple of things. So I need more ink and paper, the kind to transcribe spells, and but before I get to that, and before they go off on their drug party,
Party.
yes, before Jester goes,
Not a party.
Bad idea.
Yeah, bad idea.
it has only been a short amount of time, but I am thinking, and I will be very careful with the bag.
Are you coming on to me?
I was going to ask if I could hold the haversack and its contents for a day so that I could better inspect and understand the thing
Why
we are
don't you do
carrying.
that? It's pink.
Not the bag.
It's mine.
Not
I
the
paid
bag.
for it.
I understand that. I don't want to keep the bag. I just want to have it before you go off to do, I don't know, maybe you're going on a tour or something.
We're
But
not going to do anything. Do
that
you want
is-
to hang out with me and then you can look in the bag with me?
I would. Aren't you about to go out with them? You told me you were leaving.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, all right. I would love to inspect our special package and try to understand it better if you want to be present for
There's
that.
a lot of people that inspect their special packages. You get to know yourself real good, Caleb.
So I know you're going to drag me over the coals for this request, and that is fine. I would like the dungeon master to fast forward to the part where you tell me if you will allow me to inspect the contents of this haversack.
Yeah. You want to look at it?
But do you want to do this together?
Yeah. I'll hang out with you. I really want to see it too.
But on a different night, maybe tomorrow night, because you just told me you were about to go out with Molly and.
Then maybe I'll keep it now, and then I'll come back tomorrow night and we'll do this again.
Just inspect what's in the bag.
Packages and
Just-
everything like that. I leave to go on to watch them while they
Okay.
She leaves. And I look to the mirror in my room and I'm like red-faced. And I just stare at myself, like dead expression for like a good 30 seconds.
So, anything else anyone wants to do?
I go knocking on his door the next night.
Yeah, hello.
Hello.
Are you coming in? Come in, it's open.
Oh.
This is nighttime.
At this point, sure.
I'm definitely in the room.
Yeah.
Hello, Caleb. Hello, Nut.
Hi.
Caleb and I have a date to talk about his special package.
Do you need some privacy?
No, we're good. I open up the haversack and pull out the box.
We are going to attempt to examine the football, as it were. You can remain if you like. Are you curious yourself?
Sure. Yeah, you might need me to heal you.
To the oh, that's a good idea. You know, to the best of my knowledge, this is, and it's limited. This is a very powerful thing, and we are taking a risk,
Okay.
but one that I think is worthwhile.
Okay.
Are you still game?
Yes.
All right. So we put the lead box on the floor.
Yes.
All right.
Let's leave it in the lead box, but we'll lift the lid.
That's probably good because people are still looking for it probably.
going to
So
do
it's
this.
probably stupid that we're even fucking with it right now.
It is a calculated risk, and we're going to do this. We're not going to take a lot of time.
Okay.
It's nice that you guys are talking about your limitations and setting expectations before you go into this together. There's some sort of word that you need, like a safe thing.
The safe word is fjord.
Fjord.
So if shit goes pear-shaped,
All right.
and one of us says fjord,
Am I?
yes, fjord.
One.
Sure.
Yes. Are you going to go all like while you look at it, or are you going to be normal?
Truthfully, I have no idea.
Okay, cool.
You game?
Totally gay.
So I am not coming on to you, but will you hold my hand while we do this? That way, if we, I cannot even look at you. I cannot believe I am doing this experiment with you. Let's not cover the camera. And let's examine it together. And if we go to the Nine House or something, at least we'll be there together in theory.
Okay.
Okay. We are going to look at this thing.
Both of you or just you?
I don't know. I'm looking at it.
I'm looking at Caleb.
I am looking at the
All right. So you feel your vision drawn towards it. And like part of you feels like your body is leaning forward, like you're about to hit your forehead on it, but Caleb hasn't moved at all.
Oh, okay.
Caleb hasn't moved, but just from your perspective, you feel like, and then suddenly you feel like you're within the dodecahedron. You get to that point you were before where you feel like there's a threshold and your heart begins to race. Do you continue? Okay.
I've got his hand.
This dual sensation is conflicting and causing your heart rate to jump. Your breathing begins to speed up. You guys watch as breathing begin to increase. It is immediacy and forever. It is an ancient concept of possibility. As you ask these questions and begin to contemplate, the loop of your thought process begins to cycle on itself, and you have to shake your head not to be lost in this kind of infinity that threatens to suddenly disperse you. And still it is, this tiny gray thing before you, and it seems to, want your contact.
Father and Mother, I hope I do not let you down.
As you reach out and touch, you guys watch as this...
Did we hear what we hear? Did we hear him talking?
You hear him talking.
Okay.
You see a faint mote of gray begin to drift out of the dodecahedron, and then just it floats and just enters and vanishes into the chest of Caleb.
Oh, shit!
Oh, shit!
Caleb, you feel this tiny mote come into your hand, and then you pull it to your chest, and you feel this warmth, and for a second, probability becomes slightly malleable. You do know that somehow by reaching out to this device, you've managed to pull within yourself a fragment of possibility. And then
Did we get it too because we were holding his hand?
No. But the moment that enters his chest, Caleb pulls his hand from you. Caleb, your eyes adjust and you're back in the room with your friends.
Caleb, are you okay? You went skinky doodle for a second. Are you all right? Hello? Hello, wild mount to Caleb.
Wide-eyed and not responding.
We can't speak anymore. He's forgotten.
Caleb, we heard you talking though. Are you okay? Caleb.
Ein, zwei, drei. He's forgotten all language.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro.
I'm literally trying to read this and failing because of my friends.
Quick, make out with him. It's true love's kiss is the only thing that will bring him back.
I think he seems like he's pretty okay.
Just make out with him.
I don't know. So
when you touch it.
we could literally, we could each of us every day, we could pass it to a different person, and then we could concentrate on it, and then we could have the fragment.
So I absent-mindedly babble about what I think this thing can do. It's very incoherent.
Why were you talking about your mom and your dad, though? Was that a weird question? Should I not ask that?
I mean, it was on my mind, but I wasn't going to bring it up.
Well, what do you mean?
You said, Mom and Dad, I hope that it make you proud.
Oh, don't disappoint me.
And I don't disappoint you and stuff. And also, gee whiz, I should probably take baths more often.
That was not that part.
You were going to say that, and then the gray thing went into you.
Okay.
And you said, oh, I wish I could share my problems with my friends.
Yeah, that's what you're saying. I remember hearing that part.
You guys. And what? That is a very common sentiment. Isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
If you ever want to talk about it, you can just come to us.
Good to know.
We're super good at talking, both of us.
That is true. For both of you. And
Tomorrow I want the thingy, okay?
the thing you want to...
The dodeca.
Well, you are in possession of it for the most part. I said I just wanted to have a look at it.
You're right, I am.
Well, we can take turns with it, yeah?
Yes.
We will just decide.
We don't have to tell the others about this, do we? I mean, we're supposed to be a team, but...
Oh, by the way, I shut the lead cover on the
Right,
thing.
close it.
And let's put it back in.
Oh my god! Sir, what if now that the gray thing is in you, the wizards in town will be able to sense you.
What? Why would that? No.
Maybe you should be in the lead case now.
And that's not how that works.
Are you sure, though?
I am sure, yeah. I think this is a very potent thing, and we can use it to do a lot of good.
Sweet.
You know, not in the heat of the moment to try to hit, you know, a knoll in the face with something, but when we are really trying to figure something out or do the unachievable.
Or if, like, we really want to put a mustache on a fucking statue.
You need extra luck for that.
That's a good hypothetical.
Yeah, just in case you ever wanted to do that.
Can I just say, real quick before we adjourn,
Yeah.
there was something that you were reluctant to do because of your own personal fears, and you entrusted Jester to inspire you to do something that was possibly uncomfortable for you, and it worked out great. And I think that moving forward, if you want to just go for it, as long as you have trusted friends with you, then that would be a good option to do.
That was a lot of advice. I mean, it is no secret that I like these people. So, you know, we're in good company.
Yeah,
This is working out. You are capable. And, oh dear. I'm going to go to bed now.
Your son is just the cutest.
My son.
All right. As the evening
Definitely heard that. That is awkward and weird and makes no sense. But I will. Oh, this is my room. You have to go to your room.
Okay, well, good night then.
Good night.
as the evening draws
Good
to a
night,
close.
Kayla.
Not weird.
If you need anything, I'll just
Get
stay
out,
in
just go,
another
just
room.
leave.
All right. So
I want to use my spiritual weapon.
then use it.
Okay, well, I will. I'm going to hold my, symbol in my hand and do like this, because I've seen Caleb do fancy things, and then I'm going to make it. Caleb,
What?
I'm really sorry about that one time when you were talking about money with me, okay?
Oh, that's fine.
It looks to be a small shack that the smoke is pouring from.
It's a small shack.
Why don't we send my cat?
Sure.
Weird people live in shacks in the woods, you guys.
Send
Be
the
happy to
cat.
see a cat.
Send the cat.
We're not even. I don't even think we're gonna pull over. I think we'll just.
No, we
Is
just keep
the
going.
is the shed from where
the
we are
cat.
now still like
Yeah.
a mile away?
Yeah, it's about a mile away.
If it's of interest, we can
The
turn
shack
around.
is a mile away.
Can
A
the cat
mile
go that
away?
Yeah.
Oh,
Can be a bird.
yeah.
for a bit.
I want to check out the shack.
All right. For you, Ford, I will make Frumpkin a bird.
Not for me though. Caleb hates
We
me.
could always just go.
We can just walk over there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking,
It's
but
kind of a
let's just
hassle
go
to
knock on
turn,
the thing, yeah.
turn it into a bird.
Yeah, keep your cat.
You are more sensitive than I would have imagined.
I want people to like me.
You're so tough, but
Yeah,
everybody
lead the
here
way.
likes you.
The ogre's turns are done. Not you're up.
I yell to Caleb, "Modern literature!" And then I run towards these two goblins over here.
Over the side.
Yep.
All right. 15, 20.
I take out my hand crossbow and I point it from the goblins to Caleb and I fire.
Okay.
And I'm aiming for the book strapped under his armpit that only I know is under his clothes.
Okay.
And I rolled a natural 20.
You feel the impact. Poof, nope.
Oh, God's for dance!
He's gonna play dead.
I do need you to make a deception check.
18.
18. As far as they're concerned, Caleb is dead.
Caleb!
Yeah. As far as you guys know, Notch just turned on you with the rest of the goblins and shot down Caleb.
Caleb! I rush over and I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level.
Oh my god!
Okay. There you go. You move over, like stepping over the campfire.
Don't say it!
Laura participating to RP! Yes!
No meta in this family, y'all. No meta in this family. Not in this house.
Blowing it.
We don't have it.
Wait,
I should have told everyone the names of all the set plays.
so 20 points of
Whoa.
So you heal 20 hit points, Caleb. Do you continue to play dead?
Yeah.
Okay. The spell doesn't have an effect on Caleb.
It's not working! I don't know what's going on!
I'm gonna try to drag Caleb
Okay, so
away from the fire, away behind the Asha.
okay, so a half movement, you grab and start dragging Caleb face down through the dirt to about there's as far as you can get him. Just over the through rocks and sticks, twigs and shit are getting caught in your hair and scrub.
Dirtying me.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
Fuck's sake.
All right, that finishes Jester. The two other ones, however, are going to go against Jester, and because they have pack tactics, they both have advantage on their strikes against you because they're kind of coming up and flanking you. So wolf. It's
Caleb fucking me again.
a 20. So both hit you. You manage to resist being knocked prone as they both begin just like jumping at you and clawing. One of them bites towards the back of your armor. You throw it to the ground. You almost get knocked off, but you kept yourself there between the two of them, standing.
I'm
Caleb at
gonna
your feet.
cast Hellish Rebuke in response to one.
Alrighty.
15 points of damage to him.
15 points of damage. You watch as that wolf suddenly is blasted in freezing cold energy as you yell in response to its assault.
Stay away, you piece of... It's okay.
As you pull back and look, the wolf is frozen solid and tumbles into a bunch of ice chunks.
So I'm poisoned, so any attack rolls are a disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
So I'm going to struggle to my feet, and I am going to cast Sleep over and away in that direction so it falls way back behind the ogre and these two wolves. The goal is to get the ogre and two wolves just on the edges of it so it doesn't hit any of my friends. So I'm aiming far behind them to get them on the perimeter.
To just get these two here?
The wolves are the primary goal, stopping short of Jester.
All right.
So they're the wall, the edge, outer edge.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the points for sleep.
Yeah, bad roll. 13 total.
Each block is
13 hit
5,
points total.
5,
13 hit points total?
20, 25, 30, 30. Wait, 20.
This one falls unconscious.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah, that one stays up.
And I got to standing, which would take half my movement, so I'm going to use my last 15 feet to get exactly opposite to the other side of the wolf by just sliding around it. Yeah, and killing Jester.
Alrighty. So
You're alive! How did it...
Haha, funny joke.
Carefully then.
I don't mind. I don't mind camping out.
One more time?
One more time. You all are an enjoyable lot. It will be fun.
That was very believable.
I think he
Caleb.
was being genuine.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I feel like that was the most emotion,
Yeah, that
like
they've
and
ever
heartfelt. Yeah,
Is Caleb blushing at all?
a little. His ears are getting a little pink.
Serious.
Let's put a cloak over her so she looks a little less like a bird.
I've got some clothing that would fit her. You know, my clothing. I can just give you my cape and stuff.
But now you don't have a cloak on. I'll take off my cloak and put it on Nut.
I can't move.
But it's a short cloak. It's a little one. Don't worry.
Thank you.
Caleb takes off his cloak and puts it on Jester. I never wear a cloak, and we're not in a city.
No, it's okay. I'm actually really warm right now. I don't need anything.
Pretty
it's still
chilly.
cold here.
It's like mid-60s.
I put it back on Caleb and tuck
Sorry,
him
it's a
in.
humid 60 degrees.
It is. It feels warmer than it is because the moisture.
Look, you guys, we are trying to make it work. Also, you are very charming, but every book that I have ever read about trolls, they do not make friends. They are bitter, nasty things.
really?
Yeah.
Caleb has no idea of how it looked other than you reaching up and kind of touching your chin as it finishes, as the rest of you come to conscious.
Are you killing Caleb?
No, I was giving him a shave.
Oh. Whoa.
Wow.
It's much better.
You have a little thing. You have a little dimple on your chin. That's the cutest. I didn't know. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds. I'm going to walk up behind Caleb and give him a hug around the waist and say, "You're okay, my friend." And
He's like this in the water.
yeah.
Boy.
No, this is I spin it and surround it with an arcane energy, and no, it does not go away.
What's that about? What's that about? How come he gets to keep his?
Well, it's very...
Are you talking to the traveler right now?
It's a very studied practice. I spent years learning how to do
He's
it.
extremely smart.
What's the traveler doing up there?
Maybe you can
He
learn.
can fly. I don't know. Sometimes he's invisible. Could he be he's flying next to me? I don't know.
Could you let her keep the diamonds?
Could we maybe keep the diamonds?
And I make a ring of copper in the bottom of the wagon and place this stone in it. And I just place both hands on the side of the stone, and I'm just trying to channel my knowledge and ability into it.
All right.
Take a little paintbrush and I draw a smiley face on
It's
the
not
rock.
her hand.
All right. Because this is a longer journey, I'm not going to drag us through every single stage of it.
I want to go try to play the piano.
Alrighty.
Right away?
Yeah.
Do you play the piano?
I played it a little bit at home.
Oh, I want to listen. I'm going to sit close by.
Okay, I'm going to sit down and try to play chopstick.
Bam, 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 bam. There's a few moments of this going on before you suddenly hear this. And you turn over your left shoulder and you can see there's a half-elven gentleman in very nice doublet who is currently holding what looks like a handful of sheet music. You're at my piano. He kind of twitches at the off-tune hammering of the keys. I'll be right back. And he turns around and wanders off for a moment, kind of clearing his ear with his pinky.
On the other side of the bar, I cast haste on Jester while she's playing the piano.
Oh, I want to start playing the entertainer.
All right. But like really fast. It's kind of impressive, a little off key, but overall like impressive the speed of the composition. And it's right as she starts crescendoing, we're supposed to get to the quiet part. Burn! A hand slams down on the keys, and that same half-elven gentleman leans in once more and goes, "If I might please request my instrument returned to me, my dear."
Do you have a tip jar?
I have a tipping hat.
I really think the first couple tips should be to me because I really set up the room for you.
Well then, I certainly hope the first few tips come while you're at the bench.
Fabulous.
And he sits down on the bench and pushes you off of it.
I toss one gold in and say, "This one's for the lady." Very good.
Did you see? Did you see?
I saw. Cracks his knuckles, sets his music down in front, starts getting ready. The other performers to the side are watching this out of the corner of their eye and kind of laughing. They're enjoying the tension that's brewing.
Run over and give Caleb a kiss on the cheek. Aww. Thank you, Caleb. You guys look like shit.
Yeah. There's three of you.
My mouth
No, there are. Yes, Caleb.
Not
to
you.
go to bed.
You are intoxicated. You are.
I thought we were going dancing.
I'm gonna ask Caleb to waltz with me.
All right. Okay.
No, I'm so proud of you.
So, in the midst of everything dying down, people are, they're starting to get pretty sloshed, and the energy level, while it's still, rather rowdy, some folks are starting to tap out for the night. As Jester goes ahead and drags Caleb into the center of the tavern floor, takes hands, and Caleb, almost running on autopilot, who does have some minor experience in the past. If a moment passes before Jester begins leading you.
Yeah.
But you guys continue, the two of you, to have a very nice little waltz in the middle of the area.
Yeah.
Kind of quietly, the music begins to change. What was once kind of the rowdy bar music kind of transitions into an actual waltz piece as the musicians notice this happening, and the 3/4 beat begins to pick up. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Well, they're dancing. You are always a better dancer than me, Astrid. You were so good.
Astrid?
Yeah.
Oh, well, Caleb,
I break
you've
away.
been a good dancer. Astrid.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Caleb, do you need to go to sleep?
Yeah, just stumble away.
No. I grab his jacket.
Yes, you're way stronger.
You are not going to go pass out in the street. You told me to be in charge of this, and I walk him upstairs and make sure he gets in bed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jester goes and tucks Caleb into one of the rooms in the bed comfortably.
Blue.
Yes, I am. And you're very nice. And a little stinky.
One of those things is true. And you are blue.
I'm sure Astrid loves you very much. I tuck him in.
We begin today's story as morning slowly creeps over the distant mountains. But glancing about around you, there's no sign of your three companions.
I'm gonna check the tents. I want to check the tents to see if their stuff is.
Okay. All right. So as you go about to their sleeping arrangement spaces there, everything except for whatever they had on them as they took their watch, still there. The haversack is left behind.
I am going to sit down and bring Frumpkin out, but I'm going to turn Frumpkin into Peregrine Falcon.
Go and make a perception check from a bird's eye view.
Can we do it again?
Natural 20.
There you can see on the ground this patch of disturbed grass that has been pushed down along with the dirt that has been jammed and shoved up into small side piles and trenches that were dug in. There's definitely signs of a struggle here. And you can see what looks to be 3 grooves being dragged through the dirt and to the grass towards the road, a little bit northward.
Can we follow those grooves?
Yeah. And there you can see the grooves end, and a number of sets of heavy wagon wheels begin, or at least have previously kind of pulled off the trail and then pushed themselves back onto the road. And looking through near where these cart tracks begin, there's no signs of blood. Going back and following the grooves through the dirt, you find a few small traces.
That means that they weren't bleeding when they were dragged, which means that either they were killed by vampires and all their blood was sucked out of them first, or they were still alive.
They were taken. That means they came to our camp and took her.
Leaving to Caleb for the final watch.
I'll take this myself. There's 3 that have been stolen. Yeah, they're nice. 2 of them, one's weird. One of them tried to kill you. The other one, she's adorable, but what are you? Stupid. I will say an important point of clarification. Once we are out of the view of this gentleman guarding the secret entrance, Caleb, walking with poise up to a tree, leans against it, bends down, and has a panic attack.
It's okay, you were great in there.
There it is. This is the far eastern side of it.
Past the gruff stuff.
The gruff slum.
Gruff slum.
You were great. You handled yourself so well. Man, you were like rock solid in there.
Stop it. I am nauseous. Let's go.
Give him a good berry.
I have a good berry.
Oh, yes!
That is sour.
Oh, in that way.
Keep it down.
Let's go.
It does warm your belly, and the warmth kind of spreads through your torso, and then it's like a. Whenever Jester has come and pulled you from the edge of death with a spell, it's a fragment of that warmth kind of from the inside of your torso.
Well, how hardy would you say the mental state of your companions is?
The ones in captivity?
Yeah. What do you think they'd be susceptible to torture?
Controls.
Ford, probably not. Yasha's probably okay. Jester has already turned.
Oh, then there's no rush.
Or wrapped him around her finger, one way or the other. No, they're actually pretty, they've got their shit together.
They arguably have their shit together way more than the 3 of us do.
Would they look after,
Child.
Yeah.
Yes.
Especially Jester.
Then maybe it's all right to take a little bit more time.
We have to make a decision.
Where's Molly?
Jester.
Is he waiting upstairs?
He didn't make it.
To this dungeon? Because he's waiting upstairs? Did you kill everyone here?
I think so.
Lorenzo?
Yep.
What about that short guy that was really mean?
Prado?
Fuck him. Prado.
Prado? Yeah. No, we
should be sure.
That elfin woman, she would cast something, she would do something to the manacles.
To make them impossible to
Beat the
To knock
fucking
us out.
hell out of us, and then if there was anything left, one touch, and that was it. Darkness.
We overheard them saying that they were trying to break people mentally. Do you know what they were trying to use you guys for?
They were going to sell us.
To who?
Whoever would buy us.
Whoever was paying. I think they were trying to work on our minds first. Sounds like Yasha got the physical part next.
This is pretty good from a certain perspective. I mean, you think about it, bad things happen to people every day. And then you have a bunch of people who care about you so much that they come and save you.
You guys did come to save us, though. Thank you. Really.
we had no choice. I mean,
You did? You did have a choice.
I've been carrying this for you.
My bag!
Yeah.
Thank you, Caleb. Although it looks really good with your coat.
I know. Looks better on you. Badass, what do you want to do? Are we staying here or are we hitting the road?
Well, you're the leader, Caleb. You tell us.
You're the leader?
Oh, yes. He took a position of authority while you were gone, and he rose to the occasion.
Oh, that's wonderful, Caleb. I'm very proud of you.
Mr. Caleb,
All right.
Broken.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
You don't want to get a little healing first? Bone
Caleb is
bears?
slashed across his chest.
I would still want someone to keep watch.
That worked out really well for us last time.
I have a... Never mind, I'll tell you tomorrow.
Cure wounds.
This is... Oh.
We can all sleep in the same bedroom and you can put your wire thingy in front of it and then we'll know if anyone tries to break in.
We could drag mattresses down into the living room, light a fire.
Have a fort party?
Fort party.
That's a good idea. I have a surprise for you all.
What is it?
Excuse me, just a moment. I'm sorry. Does anyone have a glass bead?
Flowers.
Earrings. Do any of them have just a glass? Are they costume jewelry?
Sure.
Prize.
Oh man, I really like the look of that.
You bring out what looks like a really nice pearl.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Throws the ring away.
Caleb.
As you were. Everybody hears some muttering behind them of words they don't understand, and they hear Caleb say, "Ah!" And a large bubble goes in the entire entryway, and there is a giant half dome of pale orangish brown energy, and then you just see Caleb's head go, "Hey, look what I made!"
What is it?
What is that?
Can we go into it?
Oh, we go in.
Caleb, can you hear through it?
Yeah.
Can we come into it?
Only you.
Yeah.
Is there a
and
door?
I go. Can I go? Do I just hit the side of it? How do I get
you
in?
walk in, and as soon as you're in and look back where you came, you don't see what you walked through. You just see the room and everybody around it. They can all come in, but be quiet.
Okay. This is so cool. Well, you need like pillows in here, Caleb. This is really neat.
I've been working on this for weeks.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
Can anybody come through? Or only your friends? Only people that you like?
You can come in.
That means you like me.
Try to push my hand through.
So the idea behind this is that, if we sleep in a field or something, nobody's going to come and take us off to be tortured in the night.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
A lot. I like it. It's cozy.
I like it too.
Well, it feels like outside, but, and also, if we're ever in a tight spot, you know, and we know something.
First game back.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm looking at Laura or Jester.
Yeah, I'm across the bar, just fucking dancing along.
Ford, you survived being chained up and tortured. That's gonna fuck with a person, right?
Yeah.
Those things don't go away. You carry that shit with you, you know?
How did Jester do? No offense, but she seems like she's a little bit more willfully stronger than you are.
I mean, fuck, it's really disturbing. Like,
Yeah.
she came out of there like a little kettle of popcorn, just no problem. I mean, I was worried. There were really dark times, and I would hear Jester, like, singing to herself at night, and then she'd, like, change lyrics, and then my name would be in the lyrics sometimes, and every morning she would, like, try and cheer everybody up that was around her, but she had, like, the muffle, so I couldn't tell, like, if my brain was playing tricks on me or if she was just... I don't think there's much that gets her down. It's not kind of inspiring.
I think it is an act.
An act?
I think it is an act.
It is kind of fucked that there's no music right now. She's...
No, you know, she has a lot of... she's an amazing woman, but talent is different than happiness, I guess.
I don't know, she looks fucking stoked to me right now.
Well, she's very drunk. Yeah.
I'm going to join this table. I mean, you'd be amazed how people deal with a grieving process. I mean, you're going through it right now.
Yeah.
I go, Jester!
Lavore!
Not!
What?
Sit down, damn it!
Okay. What? Have you not thrown up yet?
Is that part of it? Are you supposed to? Is that...
You will.
You can't properly be part of civilization until you have gotten shit-faced and thrown up.
You know what you're gonna be good for when it's cold? Fucking hot totties.
I've made a hot toddy before.
I bet you make a great hot toddy.
I did a little side conversation. I slapped down the rest of my Goldschlager. You, have some more. You will dance better. Yeah.
Oh, I
You
don't
just
need
survived
any help
death.
to dance better. I dance pretty good.
I understand that. But we are, you know, dancing along the razor's edge of death. So, you know, I feel like you should embrace the morbidity of life.
You don't have to drink
You
it.
definitely do not have to.
No, you don't have to.
Definitely do not have to.
Not at all.
Not at all.
I feel like this is reverse psychology.
Don't drink it, whatever you do.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do now.
You are supposed to not drink that.
Have you ever had liquor?
Yes, of course.
Oh, well, what happened?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I had like.
Are we talking when you were a little girl with the...
There you go. Nothing happens. Yeah.
I don't think we have. No, she's never drunk.
I don't think so.
Why not?
You know, milk is just so good.
It is very good.
I don't know
I
if
really
I
like
agree
the
with
taste
that,
of it.
but
Is there a reason why you won't drink? Are you afraid?
Afraid? I'm not afraid of anything.
Wow, that's intense.
I mean, look at her biceps, they're quite large. There's no reason to be afraid of anything. Never
Look
mind.
at these things.
Never mind. You know what? We're all just happy to be alive. It was just the spirit of the moment. I don't mean to pressure you.
So I would like to say, who wants to go first?
Oh, God. Oh, boy. 1, 2, 3, not it.
Not it.
Not it.
Jesus.
Liam.
I didn't say not it. Would you like to go, Liam?
Me and
Not
him
it.
are loot.
Come on, Piggly Wiggly.
Sure. One last thing. I'd like to approach Jester and ask her, Jester!
Yes?
I need your help.
What do you need help with?
You are a talented artiste,
Yes,
but
I am
also
very, very
you've
talented.
mentioned in the past that you are an expert forger.
Yes, I am. Have you seen my work? Remember?
I've seen you draw dicks on things.
Well, I've written a lot of letters.
Well, you don't really show us those too much, but
They're really good.
all right. Well, and also, while you were captured, I kind of flipped through your book. It's,
My sketchbook?
It's excellent work. If there were an art school or something, you should send it in.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I did have really good tutors when I was growing up.
Not bad. I'd like you to help me forge a letter.
Okay.
I'd like it to sound like it's from some sort of legal entity or law firm or court or something like that.
I'll use like something like Esquire or something in there. That sounds very...
Yes.
Okay.
And I'd like to... Oh, could you not tell Caleb about this?
Secrets?
It's a secret.
I'm really good at keeping secrets.
All right.
Okay.
I'd like it to read something like...
Okay.
Oh, I'm going to be sending it to the Solstice Academy.
I know about that. That's where Ford wants to go.
Yes.
Are we writing this for Ford?
No.
Okay.
It's in Rexentrum.
Solstice. Yes, I know where it is. Solstice Academy.
The Soul Train Academy.
Solstice Academy.
That's a good way to remember it.
Academy. Something like greetings, hello. To whom it may concern.
To whom it may concern.
I am trying to reach a young lady
Okay.
named Astrid, no last name given, who was
Do I say that? No last name given?
Yes.
Okay.
who was a student about 11 years ago at your academy. She has inherited a bit of money from a distant relative, her uncle Leonard Hyphen.
Leonard Hyphen? Hyphen what?
I don't... Leonard Hyphen Leonard.
Leonard Hyphen Leonard. Got it.
From the town of Nigeria.
Got it.
And his estate... his estate has employed me to find her. His estate has employed me to find her in order to deliver the funds.
That's sums of money. Right. The funds. Okay.
Please reach out to her. Reach out to me with her...
Wait. Oh, shit. You... Now I've got to write it again because you said it wrong. Hold on.
I know you were writing as I was saying. All right.
I'm really fast.
Please reach out to me with her last known contact information or address. You can write me in care of the Pillow Trove Hotel.
That's a real fancy one. Okay.
Attention. I don't know. Attention what? Mrs. Jester.
No.
Mrs. Dr. Jester.
Mrs. Lavore Esquire.
Mrs. Lavore Esquire.
Okay.
My legal practice thanks you in advance. Thank you.
The legal practice of... Not
and brave.
Not and brave
not-
law firm.
Yes.
Okay, not and brave law firm.
So many businesses.
Okay. And then what now? Do you have a seal or something? Because it would
I don't
be
know.
sealed really fast.
Unofficial letters, do you like kiss them with lipstick? Do you put a little perfume on it? What do you do?
You know what? I have my mom's lavender oil. Hold on.
Okay, that'll make it even more official.
That, things that are from really fancy places, they always have,
Sure.
Yeah, so they're
And
scented.
also,
So I'm going
sometimes-
to get it on my fingers just to handle the paper, so the paper smells like it's handled by someone
I've
rich.
noticed sometimes in letters that I've stolen from the post, fancy ones anyway, sometimes you pull out the letter, and then there's like this other piece of like tissue paper in there for no reason.
Yes. We'll do something like that.
Okay, good.
Okay, I just use another piece of paper because I don't have any fancy tissue paper.
Just a blank one.
Yeah.
All right. And then we just mail it to Solstice Academy.
Okay, wait. We need a really fancy seal. We need wax.
Do we have any wax?
I bet Caleb has wax.
We can't tell him about this.
Okay, well, do you know where any candles are? Let's
Sure,
take
there's
a
candles
candle from around the room.
Sure.
And then we'll stamp it with a ring. One of my rings.
Oh, perfect.
Okay, which one is the flattest? This one. It's got a rose on it.
Okay. Two things. One, I would like you to roll for your for your forgery.
Yes.
So
Like
It's a bunch of candles.
wax.
Flame going through.
Just flame beeswax.
So are you proficient with your forgery kit?
I have a forgery kit. How do I know if I'm proficient? Hold on. But I think I am because of my background. Yes. No. Yes. I don't know.
I think you should have, depending on
Hold
your...
on, I'm opening my...
Oh, yeah, proficiencies in languages. Forgery kit.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll a d20.
Okay.
Add your intelligence modifier and your
Oh, why the
and proficiency
intelligence?
bonus.
Can it be the wisdom?
Actually, no. Let's make it dexterity.
Okay.
We can go either way.
Plus what? My proficiency?
Proficiency bonus and your
And
intelligence modifier. Or the dex,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's 12 plus 3 is 15.
15. Okay. So you managed to forge the letter in what you believe to be a fairly decent forgery of whatever.
Really good forgery.
You're not matching somebody's handwriting per se, but it's more about just getting an officious look to it with little flourishes of calligraphy at the beginning of
lavender oil
sentences.
helps Yeah, that big a lot. first
Oil-
letter.
Exactly.
Big first letter.
I would like you to roll just a general dexterity check for me.
Did you see that?
It was
It was
almost
really
really
trying.
good. Went everywhere.
Dexterity check 10.
10. Okay. There's a difference between sealing wax and candle wax. How do I know this? Because I've made that mistake before. Sealing letters for previous D&D campaigns. So you managed to press your ring into the wax and pull back, and now there's just mush on the end of your ring, and there's a circular piece of mush soft wax where the seal should be.
This is pretty shitty.
We need sealing
We need
wax.
actual sealing wax. I'd like peel it up.
Can you go get some from the stiggity store?
Yeah, I'll go to the store and buy some sealing wax.
All right. Sealing wax, it's not too expensive. Say 2 silver to get you like a chunk
2
of sealing.
silver for this wax. You better be really grateful.
I'll pay for postage.
Okay.
All right. So you.
Now I can send letters to my mom with all really cool seals.
Oh, so you did need it.
There you
Okay.
go. So you finish the letter, you seal it best to your ability, you hope it seems official enough,
Okay.
and you send it off towards its destination in Mexico.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Please don't tell Caleb, he might get upset. I just think that this is someone from his past who might be able to, make him think of happier times.
Astrid?
Yeah.
That's the name he said to me when we were dancing. Did you know?
No.
Yes, we were dancing, we were waltzing. It was really lovely. He was very, very, very drunk.
Yes, I remember
And
that
then
night.
he said something about Astrid.
He misses her.
Was it his girlfriend?
I think so. I don't know which way he swings, but yeah, he could really get any girl he wanted to if that's
He's very
his...
handsome, especially when he shaves. You can see the little butt chin he has. It's really nice.
It's nice. Well, I hope it works.
Me too.
If you guys are wandering back, Caleb is giving Jester the vaguest stink eye as he scooches Frumpkin's head.
We have a pet.
On the
we
plus
have
side.
another pet.
That is super. Good for you. Yeah, what is that to see?
What's
Well-
like the main points of historical interests?
I don't know a lot, but there's the lavish chateau.
Everybody's seen the ocean before, right? I mean,
Well,
No.
actually,
Not-
no.
No, I've never seen no.
We're about
So
to improve all
big.
of your general experiences
I'm
in the
really
world.
excited.
It's the opposite of fire, Caleb.
What?
It's really cool.
I forget you haven't seen it. So
Right.
if you look in one direction, right, and
Yeah.
you look immediately to your left,
Yeah.
and then immediately to your right,
Yeah.
all that shit is ocean.
Fuck.
All of it. And as far as you see that line,
Yeah.
the horizon,
Yeah.
that's all ocean too.
That's crazy.
It
It's
is.
really big. It's like a lake, only a lot bigger.
I've seen big lakes.
Yeah. And the water is not like that greenish dark color. It's like really beautiful and light blue.
See, I like these literal examples because I've only read flowery poetry that just makes it talk about.
Once we get up over this next hill, you'll see the ocean.
Yeah, looking at past the afternoon sun at this vantage point especially, you can see it dancing across the distant horizon shore like hundreds of little glistening flecks of glass. The shore sound itself is very soothing.
Is there easy access to the water here?
Yeah, you can just walk right into it. It's an open beach right here. The sun maybe has a few more hours before it begins to become full dusk and the colors begin to shift in the sky. But for you, having never seen the ocean, from any of you, It's serene, it's different, it's beautiful, it's warm.
Caleb has just been staring for a while and is standing next to Not, and he takes off every stitch of clothing and everything, and except for one thing, and walks in.
Which is
Caleb's
Caleb.
naked.
Yes.
Caleb slowly submerges entirely into the ocean.
Walk out into it.
Up to the neck or fully submerged?
If he would, I keep going and eventually start floating on my back.
Okay. And eventually you see Caleb vanish beneath the ocean, and there's a brief moment of worry as a few seconds pass with no sight before you just see bloop, buoyantly finding his way to the surface.
We can still see your weenie. I can see it.
I think his ears are underwater.
Caleb, as you've been kind of lying there looking up into the beautiful blue sky with just faint tufts of white just drifting by, but mostly just this unending sphere of blue color before you.
It's really tranquil, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very quite nice.
Yeah. You seem very at home in the water. I'm surprised. I mean, I must commend you. A lot of people are very trepidatious in the face of a force of nature like this.
Oh, it's expansive. It just keeps going forever.
You took to it very well.
You'd imagine seeing something like this would maybe give perspective. It's pretty amazing, isn't it?
Amazing.
Should we stay here for the night? I have the tent.
See my mom though.
What about tomorrow? Do you want to go tomorrow? Does she know you're coming?
I cast sending.
What are you doing?
Hey mom.
Who are you talking to?
I'm sort of in the water at the beach right now. We're not in the
Eyes
water.
closed.
But I was wondering if you're singing tonight or if you're singing tomorrow. My mom is singing tonight, you guys.
Oh, then we should leave the beach and go to where she is singing.
She doesn't sing every night, you know, so if we miss it, we might miss it for a while.
As you guys gather your things, dusk has set in, and now the sky shifts from light blue to a deep blue and purple on the eastern side as the oranges and reds and yellows and pinks begin to overtake the western side of the skyline.
That's really beautiful. That's amazing.
The closest thing I've experienced to this is inside Jester's backpack in the dodecahedron.
I thought you just meant like the abyss of my backpack.
That's exactly what I thought too.
There was a lot of baked goods in there, yeah.
It is pink.
The ocean is like a pile of donuts.
Now it's just,
How far
Are
is
you
it?
high? Are you high on the ocean?
That's just the jellyfish sting taking effect.
No, it's a good day.
What is your business, Inigodranas?
We came to see the Ruby of the Sea perform 2 nights.
How long has it been here for?
As long as I've been alive. I don't
That
know.
is how long again?
You don't know how old I am, Caleb?
No
I
idea.
thought it would have been obvious. And I turn around and look.
All right.
That's beautiful.
So, as you guys are...
I won't steal or murder them.
Just that whole spectrum in between, you can just fill in everything that happened in your mind. When I said those two, it applies to that shit as well.
What else is there really between stealing and murdering?
Arson?
Oh, that's it.
Kidnapping.
Oh, right.
Are we talking about things in between
Yeah.
or out of?
Yeah, no, in between those two. Yep.
Because what about like mail fraud? Is
Wow.
mail fraud in there, or is it like
That's
lesser
the
than
worst.
stealing?
That's the worst
That made me
crime there
fuck.
is.
No one talks to anyone.
You see before you what is considered the high-end inn of the Opal Archways. You see this beautiful 3-story, thin but very tall building of soft kind of sky blue pigment that's been painted across the stone. And in each windowsill you can see this kind of gold-leafed wooden frame that dangling from it is a deep cerulean crushed velvet curtain that open up across glass windows that appear to be stained glass, and glowing from the inside emanate this kind of slightly shifting kaleidoscope of color from the inside out. The steps that lead up to the front double doors, which are currently open, emanate a very soft sound of music. A 4 or 5 piece band apparently playing just gentle, atmospheric music to the interior. This is a very familiar sight to you, Jester, as this is the Lava Chateau. This is where you grew up. This is your home.
She hasn't started yet, you guys.
Before entering, I would look for an alleyway in the last few minutes before getting here to make all of my clothes look. I cast Disguise Self upon myself and don't change my appearance other than to make my clothes look brand new and slightly more expensive than they are.
All right. You see Caleb in this, beautifully clean, kind of well-pressed coat with like a higher collar, a wider sleeve end with cuff. You even see a bit of a cravat kind of poofing from beneath. A very, very nice presence. Light and music embrace you as you step within the Lava Chateau. So.
Isn't it pretty?
It's beautiful.
I used to run up and down these stairs late at night.
Can you remind me?
Is blue the predominant color here?
On the exterior, yes. On the interior, it's like a light tan and medium wood tint with whites and gold and silver.
Blue on the outside, interesting.
Her mother is a lady of the night.
Oh.
The lady of the night, if you will.
She's the best lay ever.
Probably get the table as soon as possible.
Have to go upstairs.
I want to go upstairs.
Okay, just you?
Yeah.
You can hear muffled through the doorway a little bit of practice singing some scales and la 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 la, and you hear other voices talking, and there's some.
I knock on the door and say, good evening, Marianne Lavore. The little Sapphire has come to see you.
There's a pause. The door creeps open, and you can see one of the servants who works within the chateau. An older woman in her 40s or so, human with like very short, kind of crimped, dark hair, who generally helps prep your mother, helps her get dressed, and helps get her prepared for the performance. Glances past.
I'm terribly sorry. What did you say?
I'm here to see the Ruby of the Sea.
Unfortunately, she is going to be performing shortly.
I know. Tell her that I'm here.
I am. She is.
No, I know.
Not
Just
taking
tell her.
any sort of
tell her.
customers
The
at
little
this time.
Sapphire's here to see you, Ruby.
You hear a voice from behind her go, "I'm sorry, what?" And from peeking over the shoulder, as you see the beautiful red skin of your mother and the dark hair tumbled past the shoulder as she's been wearing a mostly laced up bodice. As the other servant is in the process of lacing and tying it, glances over her shoulder, kind of pushes past the edge of the chair and goes,
It's me.
You see her smile brightly, her kind of faintly white, glowing with a hint of yellowish gold tint to her eyes, brighten immediately and goes, "Well, come in. Please, close the door for me." At which point, the other one who's lacing is still like pulling on the back of the bodice, and without even looking at her, Marianne just kind of pushes her aside and goes, "Shh."
I ran forward and gave her a big hug.
While Marianne just continues to hold you and rock you back and forth, and just goes, "My beautiful Jester, I've missed you so much."
I missed you so much. I wanted to come home sooner, but we got distracted because we went to the Empire.
Can I see my little girl? He dropped the illusion, and even though she knew, it wasn't until actually she gets an opportunity to look upon your face and your hair and your eyes and your smile that you watch just life breathe in like a renewed fire into the chest of your mother. Immediately she grabs the sides of your cheeks and pulls you in and goes, "I've missed you so much," and just brings you in and kisses you on the forehead, and she immediately like starts like kind of brushing your hair with her fingers on the side. It's like, "You've gone so far and traveled so much, you have to tell me about what you've done."
I will, of course. Do you want me to finish lacing you up? Your performance is tonight.
Yes, it is. Please, do not mind. She knows what to do. Well, how do I look?
You look beautiful, Mama.
Then perhaps you should go join your friends.
Oh, right.
The rest
She's
of
almost ready. She's almost ready. She's so beautiful.
That's great. Was she happy to see you?
Yeah, no, of course she was.
Is she gonna give us a place to stay tonight?
Sure. Yes, of course she is.
Okay.
Yeah.
the doors are closed on the other side of the chamber.
Okay.
The band brings their song to a close, and a bit of a murmur kind of takes the quiet room as the lights shift. The candles that were all kind of that warm, yellowish orange light suddenly, all at once, reduced to a low red flicker.
I never really get to watch from down here.
This is exciting.
The chamber has closed, the lights have shifted, and there is a bit of anticipation and tension in the room as the musicians begin to slowly build up to a new type of song that begins to fill the space. The beautiful visage of the Ruby of the Sea in her dark dress, the train dangling up about 6 or 7 steps behind her as her fingers trace the sides of the railing. She comes down, takes a breath, and begins to gently sing to the audience around you. And you watch as everyone in the room begins to lean forward in trance. The lights seem to almost flicker and shift with her emotional intent of the song. As her voice fills the space with warmth, the light seems to brighten ever so gently with each crescendo. Even the bartenders themselves have stopped. They've seen performances like this hundreds of times. It's still a performance that draws attention from all across the coast and beyond. You see as all the tables themselves are just quiet as she steps into the center of the room, kind of walking from table to table, tracing the edges with her fingers, making eye contact with each of the patrons. But nevertheless, for those of you who this is your first time here within the lavish chateau, this is definitely one of the most beautiful performances you've seen, and you immediately see why Jester's mother, why the Ruby of the Sea, or at least one of the many reasons that she's renowned across these lands. As she completes the piece, she ascends back up the stairs, back to her chambers, vanishing from sight as everyone within stands up and begins clapping and cheering.
Bravo!
With that, the doors open to the backside of the inn. Some folks begin to saunter out, their performance that they've come to see for the evening complete. Others go back to their meal and their drinks and their conversation.
She was so good.
Isn't she wonderful?
So much poise.
And she really had an effect on the room. And was it just me, or did the lights seem to dance when she was singing?
That's her thaumaturgy.
Oh.
Yeah. I do. I make the lights flare just a little bit.
He watches the lights kind of flicker and shift in a similar way that they did with the performance.
Are you all in love with her now?
She's a striking woman.
Stunning. Very impressive.
Would she sing with you, when you're alone?
Well, yeah, she sang to me all the time.
Did you sing with her?
Sometimes. Mostly it was just her, though.
Do you ever wish you could do what she does?
Be that pretty and graceful and sing really good and have a bunch of people think she's wonderful.
Yeah.
No, of course not. I like myself just the way I am. When did you hear me sing?
When you first told us about your mother.
Oh, that's right. I did sing for you. You're welcome. Usually, after the performance is kind of taken by other things, there's a lot of people that want to marry her and have tried to court her and stuff like that, but she only ever, said yes to my dad.
Oh.
And she's got lots of security. Obviously, this place seems, pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of security guards around here, unfortunately.
Is there a time of the day or the week where, that you would have mother-daughter time?
It would usually, she'd come tuck me into bed late at night,
Sure.
Afterwards, So sometimes it would be, I would already be asleep, but she'd come in and say like, I'm just saying good night to you, love, you know. And then she'd go, and then we'd wake up, and sometimes we'd have breakfast, but sometimes we wouldn't. And then sometimes she was gone for a few days at a time, you know, because the people here, they don't really want to know about their daughters or anything like that. So I would stay hidden, she would tell me to. And then sometimes, you know, she'd be free, and then we could have lunch or something.
Sounds fine.
Yeah, is there? I mean, I think we'd all like to meet her. Would tomorrow be the time for that?
I'm just going to run upstairs and tell Nadine to not disturb my mom, but to ask if it's okay if I come by tomorrow, maybe?
Yeah, as Nadine opens the door and goes like, actually, your mother, and opens the door. Jester, I have taken no suitors this evening so we could spend it together.
What? Really?
You said you wanted me to meet your friends. I want to hear their stories, and I need to say thank you to those who kept my little girl safe.
Mama, that's so wonderful. I run downstairs. You can talk to her tonight. You can talk to her tonight. We can go back upstairs. Come on. And I turn back around and go running back up.
Okay. Beautiful chambers with you can see silks in the windows that have elements of gems and beads kind of knitted into these braided cords that you can imagine during the daylight would kind of add bits of color speckles throughout the chamber. But chairs are being brought up. More food is being brought up behind you. 2 more bottles of wine have been fetched to your chamber, and their kind of robe placed on, most of the jewelry removed, but still fully made up and smiling as you enter. You see the beautiful red-skinned Ruby of the Sea. Her dark hair now tied up behind and resting down the back of her robe with like a single curl that kind of runs in front of the face on the right side. Kind of faintly white, almost yellow gold eyes. But as you all enter one by one, she goes, please, know that you are guests of me here within this. Call this your home for as long as you'd like to stay.
We could stay here forever if we wanted to.
That is.
I don't think that's what she means.
Most.
Well, you would have to eventually pay, but you are welcome to stay for a while under my name. Please, I would like to know the names, if you would like to introduce.
Caleb.
This is Caleb. He's a wizard. He has a lot of fire and stuff. He likes his books, and he used to smell bad, but he doesn't anymore. He likes water now.
You have a beautiful singing voice. Thank you very much for the performance. You have a very charming daughter.
Thank you, and thank you. I can sense a bit rough in the social graces, so I am very honored that you would come to see my performance. Is that a Zemnian accent?
I am afraid so, yeah.
It is. It shows that you've traveled some distance to be here.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Fish out of water, yeah.
Well, you found plenty of it here, so perhaps the fish has found a home.
She's good.
This is not.
I will drop my form.
This is what you really.
Takes a step back. Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. Well, I think you are very adorable. It is a pleasure to meet you, Not.
You are adorable.
Well, she's very nice. It's lovely to meet you. I'll curtsy.
You begin to tell her tales of the adventures you've had and kind of recount how you met, and you talk for a number of hours or so, and she's smiling and listening and engaging. And while she is this beautiful, matronly woman, there are moments where you can see that kind of warmth and pride creep through when she looks at Jester, and you can also see that there is a very reserved and controlled wisdom and intelligence to her. She's a very perceptive woman that asks the right questions at the right moments to throw you off guard a bit and also get a bit of honesty. And you begin to see how the quality of her companionship comes from her insightfulness and ability to bring comfort to any conversation. And though you had all these expectations and you have your guard built up, you can't help but strangely feel welcome and open with the person that you've just met. And you take a moment to think on that and see, this is really an incredible woman.
But you've all said so much about yourselves. I am afraid there has not been too much happening here that is different. I have been working to try and get those charges eliminated, but it is a difficult process. He is a man who, his pride is very important to him. So, in time. But for now, perhaps just do more of what you've been doing to not look like yourself once you leave this space. Yeah. I'm just being kind of careful with my socialization these days.
Socialization, why, Mama?
I've been having some problems with a client.
What are you talking about?
It's fine. It's fine. He's a very intense man. He paid well and did not seem to bring a problem, but has become more and more possessive. And only this past week I've been hearing of him threatening and telling other clients of mine to back away. I do not enjoy people threatening my clientele or my business. And I've twice now explained to him precisely the nature of our arrangement. I believe Algar works directly for the Concord within the city, so he is with his own powerful allies as well. I'd prefer to avoid any sort of direct confrontation by any means necessary, any bloodshed within the chateau. So
We lure him outside of the chateau and then we kill him. I don't want him to hurt you, Mom.
You're unable to speak to the law here.
He has not broken the law. And his friends in some places enforce the law. So that is where my conundrum lies.
Maybe we can get him to fall in love with someone else.
That would be helpful, though. I mean, I don't mean to brag, but good luck.
I mean, we could just kick his ass, intimidate the shit out of him.
And just speaking hypothetically, it would not upset you any if he were to disappear.
Accidentally.
Not be around.
Please, I do not mean to impose my
Mama.
responsibility.
They're going to take care of you.
Well, it is good that we have the world's two best detectives with us. That should be an easy task to fulfill.
He's actually not the gentleman. We met a guy who goes by the name Gentleman.
Have you ever heard of him?
Oh, she's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, got ya. I don't know who knows who.
He's blue as well, and he's always sweaty.
Yeah.
Dark hair.
Yes, I know of him.
Oh. You know of the gentleman?
Well, I know of a man of you describe, of bluish skin and quite sweaty. Yes, he has come through before.
Was he nice or was he not nice?
He was very nice. He was very dashing.
Yeah.
I've told you about him before.
What? What? Wait a minute. But not the gentleman, though.
I don't know of the name, the gentleman, but
He has dark hair. He has got like black hair that's really long.
And blue skin.
Oh my god, your mother knows the gentleman. That's so cool.
It goes a little deeper than that, Lucy.
No! But this is what you can do, like, kind of like watery stuff, right? Like cold stuff? Right? Can you do that?
tell me more of this gentleman, please.
Okay, well, he lives in Zadash, and he lives in a bar, and he's got long black hair, and he's really like, kind of charming, sort of, but kind of snarky at the same time.
Well dressed, smooth voice, little patch of dark hair on the chest, right? I don't know about anything in that regard, but it wasn't named the gentleman when I met him.
I never asked. He did wear lots of rings on his fingers.
We had a bit of a romance years ago.
How many years ago, by the way?
I've told to you about Babanan.
Desal.
Oh my god. What if the gentleman is my dad?
Wait, what?
Are we saying if or are we saying is?
Well, we don't know for sure. I mean,
Your mother might know.
do you want to go see him?
I can't believe...
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm going to send him a message, okay? And then we can see if it's him. If it's him. I sent the message to the gentleman.
Okay, what do you say?
Oh God.
Oh no. Oh fuck.
Oh my god. Is your name Babinando Sol? Have you ever been to the Menagerie Coast? Oh my god, do you know the Ruby of the Sea? Oh my god.
He's gonna think he's being wiretapped.
Okay. So the spell sends. No response.
But I wanted him to be true to her forever.
Do you still love him?
Love is a funny thing. There's still a part of my heart that will always be his. But it's been decades. You move on.
Then in the morning we'll go not murder this guy.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Yes, I see what you did.
Sleep well. And she kisses you in the forehead.
Good night, Mama.
Good night, Jester. Closes the door.
Caleb, for all of this, for the last hour, has been trying to figure out if she seems okay. So in this moment, does she seem okay?
I don't think she seems okay.
But you know what I mean? Even prior to finding out that news, I just mean seeing her mother. So I'm saying, like, for the entire evening here, even before that.
Well, that would be more of a question for her.
Yeah, but I'm not asking. I'm just wondering.
Well, kind of stupid for not thinking to ask the gentleman when we met him, but...
Ask him what?
How would you can't.
He didn't ask you.
I did think it was fun that we were meeting somebody else who was blue.
Yeah, but you don't
I
know.
think there's a lot of blue people in the world.
Are there?
I assume.
You're also not constantly perspiring or anything.
Yeah.
It's true.
Only just now.
Did you want to have a drink and think about it, or go for a walk?
I think...
Or a swim.
Why would I need a
I don't
swim?
know, because you're half water person.
Oh.
Not, are you going to go swimming with her?
If she wanted me to, I could.
Really?
I would do that for you.
What if he's my dad, you guys?
Well, then you've had nothing but positive interactions with him, right? We didn't do anything. What did we do with him? Did we do anything
We've
weird?
done very right by him, but we've also tipped him off to the fact that you assume that he might know your mother at a more intimate level.
Yeah, you have put
Is
that on
that
the...
bad that I put that out there?
Well,
I guess it depends on if he's trying to hide it or not.
would be nice to see his face when you ask the question, you know what I mean?
This is the sort of conversation one should have in person, I suppose.
Yeah. It's a question mark right now, but there will be another chapter to that story. Why don't you give him a few days to ruminate on what you have just said and see if anything returns? Or maybe we will return. It's your decision, though.
But it's going to be so long before we go back to Zadash, maybe.
Maybe.
At the very least, I think you should sleep on it.
Okay. But she said he was very charming and very sweet and very funny. He always made her laugh.
It's good that you get to see your mother, though. You seem very happy to see her.
I am.
I will go in the back, but I will send Frumpkin 80 or 90 feet in front of all of us.
All right.
Nugget's gonna run up and like try to bite and like play with Frumpkin.
Okay.
Right.
So as you're making your way through the water, this puppy is trying to dog paddle from the 1.5 feet of water. Like,
Oh shit! It's a 1.5 feet.
Yeah.
Nugget, come back here.
So you have to train your animal to harass mine.
Jester is starting to smell like Caleb. Wet dog and wet weasel.
No.
All over your neck.
I'll take a really good bath when we get back.
It apparently does not help.
Your knee smells bad.
Oh no!
Yeah, you stank.
No!
Caleb is laughing quietly in the back. Booby traps. We're all watching.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you guys all now have come into the chamber now.
I'm
You can see this is
going to
Yeah.
attempt to do that thing I've seen Beauregard do so many times and like foof out my
Muscles.
biceps.
So what do-
Intimidating.
Yeah,
Stand next to Caleb and poke his biceps.
that happened.
Ooh.
I'll just tear off a sheet of ribbon.
So you know that guy?
Algar, yes.
We went to go talk to him, but he had already left.
He left.
Yes, he had fled the city. Apparently, things happened. They were real bad or something. I don't know.
Huh. Well, that may very well be a great turn of luck in my benefit, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for looking into that.
Of course, yeah, we were going to talk to him and everything, but he's gone, so.
Well, that makes me feel more comfortable. Thank you very much.
Of course.
I appreciate that.
So we're no longer with Matt.
Not at the moment,
okay.
Jester, why did you lie to your mom?
Yeah. Look, I don't want her getting in trouble for anything that happened.
Why would she get in trouble? We didn't.
I don't know. The less she knows, the better. What if she found out something and she judged me for it because we did something bad?
What if she finds out you lied to her and judges you for that?
She won't. Why would she find out?
You know, I had the same thought, but really, either she believes Jester and no big deal, or she doesn't believe Jester and knows that it's taken care of.
It's just to protect her. It is a white lie.
All right.
Marion, now dressed in her casual evening gown as she descends, comes to join you at the table and sits.
I'm very happy to see that you've made a good group of friends, a travel family. Just warms my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is everything all right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
is it bad? What did I do?
You
Is
didn't
it
do
bad?
anything. You didn't do anything. No, this is very good that we.
Jester feels like perhaps that she is imposing, bringing us, all of us here, and we were trying to convince her that that is
Not
silly.
in the slightest, Jester. This is no imposition. I'm just happy to have you home for a bit.
I'm happy to be home for a bit.
And he doesn't know what is going on,
We're gonna tell the truth about that.
Frau Lavore, you have such a lovely daughter. She's so charming and such a spitfire. It has been such a pleasure to get to know her. I've been curious for weeks now, almost months, isn't it? I think it's almost months, what she was like as a child. Because she's such a joy now.
Young Jester was rambunctious, curious, ever running off, getting into, well, trouble and finding trouble, making trouble. For me, it was a joy. She was very quick to learn, ever smiling, brightening any chamber she walked into. She had a good sense for who needed to be taken down a peg.
So she was always a prankster.
Very much so. More so around the adolescence, I think.
Yeah, I guess so.
But she's always been sweet, inspirational.
Very sweet. See, I'm very sweet.
Very proud of her.
Do you have any good embarrassing stories?
Yes, but not anything I can speak of in mixed company.
Today was a major clusterfuck. Everything went wrong. We did all the wrong things. I mean, I know that it didn't go very well, but this is our new family, right? So we want the family to stick together. I think we need to. Oh, you're over here. I think we need to lead by example.
You mean just laugh extra hard and pretend like we're having a great time?
Just keep their morale up, I think, is all I mean. We have done good things. I know that yet the day was, it was a day. And we care for these people, yeah?
Absolutely. And we want to stay together, and if they're thinking that this is not working out, we have to do something to change that.
We definitely need to think more than just wing it, you know. This group, we get under each other's skin and we all just sort of egg each other on and we like to wing it. So maybe we need to slow things down. But I am serious. The thing that I'm worried most is they feel like it's fracturing.
We'll keep them together.
Okay.
If all else fails, fake a heart attack. Everyone will go to your aid, and then when they save you, we'll be like, yeah, we saved him, yeah.
I don't know if you're joking or not, but I'm going to do it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Caleb clutches his chest and cries out and falls to the floor of the boat.
Oh no, it's his condition!
What's wrong with Caleb?
He has a heart condition!
Since when?
He always has had one since he was a boy.
Do you have any medicine for him?
Yes, he needs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation. No, I can't get my mouth wide enough. Too many teeth
I'll
are in the
do
way.
it!
That would be good.
I have like really good medicine training.
All right.
Well, Caleb, just for the sake of it, roll a deception check.
Yeah, sure. Pretty good. I'm 20.
Yeah.
Caleb always
Caleb's having a rough,
Jester always fine.
terrible. Yeah. All right. So are you?
I'm just gonna try to blow into his mouth as hard as I can.
Yeah. It's super uncomfortable, Caleb.
I think it'll help.
Yeah.
He's still not out of the woods. I think we all need to pray.
That's not what I was expecting.
Oh, good, you're alive.
Do you want to lead the prayer?
Yes.
Oh, thank goodness. You know I'm such a fearful person.
Oh, maybe he's okay.
I'm always getting scared of things, and that one was too much for me.
Glad you're not dead again, buddy.
I look over it not.
Wow. You guys, we saved his life with the power of friendship.
I thought it was
Yeah, that was
Jester's
mouth to mouth.
healing.
Yeah, but we all were there to pitch in.
Caleb is.
I just watched.
Caleb is beet red.
I think that helped.
Beet red. Face matches his hair.
I don't understand anything that.
How do we prevent further heart episodes
More
from
friendship.
transpiring?
Just more friendship.
No, we just need to not be attacked by anything anymore. We need to just stop pursuing our pursuits and pick an island and stay there.
Are you saying you want to retire from adventuring life, Caleb?
Bo, go
Is that
give
what you're-
Caleb a hug.
I feel pretty good. I feel like
You're so. Why are you so stiff?
well,
Like a Voldemort hug.
this is feeling like it's going too far, not.
Oh, this is working.
Keeping an eye out for harvest. It's
working.
Perception check.
Whew, is that hot? It feels hot.
12.
Yeah, I'll take the first shift. I'm
Oh,
good.
okay.
I'm very jittery tonight.
I'll take it. I'll stay up with you.
Now the owl is pitter-patting on Evantika's hat.
I whispered in his ear.
Oof.
Make it poop.
Make it puke?
Make it poop on her head.
Are you putting the umlaut over the O's in the poop? Pupe?
What are you talking
You said
about?
pupe.
wrong with
Avantika
that?
puts the finger up towards Frumpkin.
Don't do it.
He flickers up to the finger.
Oh.
Make it poop on her finger.
Unrealistic. Have you never seen an owl before?
Not one so small and adorable and as docile.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty cute.
Frumpkin poops.
Really?
Right.
Watch is over.
You finish your watch, seemingly uneventful. Towards the tail end of it, you do see a shape of what looks to be another one of those leopard-like creatures that kind of stalks on the outskirts of the strange, opaque orb you've created and kind of approaches it. And just kind of circles around it for a bit, kind of prods at it every now and then. spends about 40 minutes or so just keeping a watch, and then eventually loses interest and wanders off into the jungle.
Cool.
Not that kind.
All right, next watch. Who's taking next watch? You only really need one more watch, I think. All right, Jester.
On the way on, can I ask Caleb before he goes to sleep? Hey, Caleb.
Yeah.
Could we stick things through the bubble?
You can go out and in, and you can, and you can put your weapons through it, but no magic will go in or out.
Okay.
But you can leave and come back anytime you want.
Okay. Just checking.
But please don't go on any walkabouts while we are sleeping.
Go to Caleb.
But you already did.
Well, that was for Caduceus. Don't worry about it, okay?
You promise?
Of course I promise. I'm going to stay in here.
That is good enough for me. Good night.
Good night. Eat the fruit, eat the fruit, eat the fruit, eat the fruit. You have to eat the fruit, eat the fruit.
Oh, I didn't know that she's...
You know what might be
So
interesting.
that's how you see it?
I cut some fruit and
Why
stick it on
don't,
his
no,
mouth.
why don't you...
Oh, too late. I already put it on his
Or
mouth.
you can just eat.
Too late. He's already getting out.
Okay, Caleb eats the fruit. But over the next minute or so, Caleb,
we don't need
the colors of the light begins to shift. Even your own. Oh boy! You guys watch as Caleb begins to slowly move the floating orbs in different patterns, and gets distracted by his own cantrip.
Caleb, how are you feeling?
Maybe you should.
Caleb.
Oh, it echoes in here. I feel really good, but I know...
Tell us what the walls say.
Wait. I know that I am not in a good position, so somebody come with me to make sure that...
I go with him.
I'll take a kind of Saunders up next to you for it, and goes like,
It's me.
Blueberry, come on.
I'm coming.
Ooh, I feel good.
You guys glance over and you watch Nod, and one of the vines is kind of curled up around Nod and begins to tighten around it.
Oh no! Get Caleb off the ground! No, I lift Caleb off the ground because I'm next to Caleb. Still.
You hold him up, at which point a vine wraps up around your body, Jester. You kick it off and kind of pull away, and you can now see and you now see these large, two thick entangling vines, one that's wrapped entirely around Nod, constricting her tiny body, the other one trying to wrap its way around Jester. Caleb, what are you doing?
I
Being held up by
can
Jester
tell
right
that things are going very poorly, so I reach into all my pockets and I pull out a bit of iron dust and I go, and Jester doubles in size.
Whoa, double Jester!
So now giant Jester is holding Caleb over your shoulder.
Any news, Caleb?
What is it?
Sit down.
Okay.
This is your lucky day. And this is very dangerous to give to you, but you're the perfect person to have it. So, of course, here it is yours. This will allow you to paint things, and they become real.
Yes.
What?
Yes. I was so hoping for this.
What do you mean?
Anything?
It's that.
Almost anything. Nothing too fancy. This will allow her to paint a door and
Black
for there to
holes.
be a door. This will allow her to paint a sword and there will be a sword.
What? Oh, if someone falls asleep, you can put a dick on their head and they'll have a dick on their head.
This is my favorite thing in the entire universe. This is the most amazing thing in the entire universe.
Fields of phalli.
I won't lose it. I won't.
Springing up across.
Caleb!
So just don't create a penis on my head, okay? And we're
Promise
square.
I will not draw a penis on your
Have me
head.
at the cloud.
Excellent.
You remember.
In case this thing gets out of hand,
Yeah.
can I count on you to right the ship if need be?
Keep the group safe.
Of course.
As always, I will do my best. I cough very hard into my hands.
You need some water, Caleb?
Yeah, do you have some?
I create water in my hands.
Wait, you can do that?
I receive it. There's not much left. Most of it's spilled.
I'll keep creating it in your hands as you drink.
You can create water?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
I've always been able to do it.
What do you mean?
Shut up.
Is this like a custom?
Yes. Just keep drinking. Keep going.
Good.
In one night that you are in your room, sketching in your book, kind of testing out some of your new paints, you feel a hand on your shoulder. You glance over to the side and you can see the draping hood and the slight curved smile across the angular chin of the traveler protruding from beneath the cloak. How are things?
They're pretty good. Traveler, how do I make a boy like me?
Well, there are many different enchantments that could achieve the goals you see. Listen. Listen to what piques his interest. And then happen to be the source when he needs it. Jester?
I'm staring at this milk that I ordered, and it's really disgusting. And
You're
I
not going to drink that, are you?
No, it has lumps in it.
Yeah. Well, it's a lumpy place.
Yeah.
You doing okay? You seem a little off to me.
What? I seem off?
Yeah, you seem distracted.
Oh,
Around this woman. You seem distracted around this woman.
I just, well,
Bless you.
Cute.
bless you. Sorry. I don't like her very much.
Or is it because she's a murderer?
No.
Oh, I don't like that part about her.
Oh. But we're all kind of murderers sometimes, aren't we?
I don't think that all of us are murderers.
No.
Are you a murderer?
I mean, we have killed some people.
Yeah, but that's a very specific thing. You know, if your life is in danger, that's one thing. You know, if something happens in the heat of the moment or there's danger in both directions, murder is premeditated. That's a very different thing. I find it hard to believe that you have killed somebody with premeditation. I could be wrong, but...
No, I don't. I haven't ever done that. I've done some pretty shady stuff, though.
That I believe.
Have you done some shady stuff?
Yes, I have.
Have you done stuff that's piratey before you were a pirate?
Yeah, sort of.
What's the shadiest thing you ever did?
Oh, well, Not and I have robbed people, for sure. People with not a lot of money so that we could eat.
That's okay, though.
I have that thing that we did to you when we first met you. You know, we turn coins, we turn one thing into another, and then we go stay at an inn and buy food, and then it turns back into pennies. And, you know, that's not so good, but, you know, when you're starving.
But it is a really cool trick. They got to see magic.
They didn't know it, though.
That's true.
That's
it all balances out. You've done the really good things, too.
Yeah.
Do you want some of this lumpy milk?
No. Do you want any ale?
No.
No. Boy, this is quite a predicament that we've gotten ourselves into. How the hell we were visiting your mother? Your mother was so lovely.
I know,
wish that
she's so nice. And now we're pirates, and I'm never going to see her again.
That's not true.
It's really possible, Caleb.
Well,
what if we can never go home?
We'll get you home. You know, we're here. This is Ford's thing. We are his support. We're here to help him out. And then we'll get out. You know, Beauregard and I don't want to be here forever either. I don't think. I know that I do not want to be in this place or on the sea forever. It's interesting.
Not definitely doesn't want to be.
And Not is like a cat clinging to the ceiling. She's like a cat on the hot tin roof.
I think Caduceus doesn't like the water either, basically, because it tried to kill him a few times already.
Really, none of us like it here, but Ford kind of.
I don't even know if he likes it a lot.
No, there's parts of it that he likes.
Like Avantika.
I don't know. You're sweet on him, yeah?
I don't know. It feels funny.
How do you mean?
Well, you know when you really like somebody, but then you start to know them, and you go, do I like them, or do I like what I thought they were? And then you don't know.
I think so.
And then you think that they are flirting with you, but then you find out they probably weren't, you know?
Or just saving your life.
And so you feel like kind of sad about it. And maybe a little stupid?
That's a little out of my realm of experience, I'm sorry.
You had a girlfriend before, though, yeah? You said her name when we were dancing. And then I put you to sleep, and you said her name again.
I don't forget anything.
Was she pretty?
She was handsome.
Was she a boy?
No, I said she.
Oh, okay.
She was handsome.
I'm trying to get an image of her in my brain here.
Yeah,
Did she have like a really good nose or something?
the best.
Really?
For me.
You're mysterious, Caleb, you know that.
It was a long time ago anyway. Let's just focus on getting out of this place, away from that woman.
And now she's saying we all have to take the same boat. How are we going to get away from her?
Is there anyone paying attention to us? Well, I don't care. I'm pulling out the wire and I'm putting it in my mouth. We'll take care of her if we have to.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just a cough. Cold. I want to get the hell off this island eventually. But we're here now. Tomorrow.
Tomorrow we find some books.
Yes, we'll find. No, probably not. But we'll get sorted. We'll make the best of this place. We'll help Ford figure out his shit.
Yeah.
I suppose.
That's important to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll get out of here, and then you can reassess.
Okay.
Back on dry land.
Yeah. Thanks, Caleb.
Thanks for not leaving me on the street like a drunk.
I thought about it. It would have been pretty funny for you to wake up, but I like you more than that. Are we sleeping on our boat? Where should I go?
I think we'll probably get a room somewhere here.
In the door. Yeah, what are you guys doing?
I guess just sitting in here for a while.
Caleb? Okay.
Just drinking until people read.
I'll turn to Caleb and say, listen, this is more your thing than mine, but aren't you at least curious about what this pedestal does?
Yeah, I have some ideas and I am curious, but I want to know what you intend.
The top of this pedestal is covered in rust?
No.
Blood.
Yeah.
Aren't you the least bit curious what a little drippy drip might do?
I'm always curious. Can I count on you to return the favor?
Always.
Okay. As you place your hand down on it, you see this dull red glow around the hand that's placed on the table.
Huh?
As you kind of pull your hand up and look, the runes where the blood has splattered have begun to give a faint glow.
Mm-hmm.
You glance over and you can see a faint matching dull red glow on one of the runes across the way, just barely peeking through some of the gently shifting seaweed. And looking down at this table, you need a lot of blood to continue to do this.
No.
We saw a pile of corpses. We saw a pile of corpses.
As you guys begin just carving into your hands.
I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds as they're hurting themselves.
Okay. The blood clouds the water around you, and then you watch as it is drawn like a magnet to the tabletop. And as it begins to sit itself in, each of the runes begins to pull in, with each one glowing another rune in the room. It's almost full. The table isn't there yet. You have about maybe 2/3 to 3/4 or so. The room itself now is beginning to just generally have a red hue to it as each of these runes is beginning to fill the area.
To you, Caleb, 6 points.
Thank you. Is there a chance that we're giving this to her?
I'm following your lead here. This is your quest. I have things that I need to do that are not here, and I am going to need help.
I understand. I think we're good. We can go.
Okay.
We understand each other. Cut palm to cut palm.
Blood brother is so cool.
And I'll start to head out of the chamber.
Follow forward out. Do you have any prospects, any long-term plans, goals? Like where do you see yourself in a year, let alone a week from now?
Hanging out with you guys.
Yes!
Oh.
Best answer ever!
Well, great. What about Kiri?
What about Kiri?
What about not?
What about not?
What
We're
about
all
me?
friends.
Does that
What
mean we
about
have to leave
Tally?
me? We're not gonna
We
leave
all
me?
love each other so much. Caleb.
On me?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you think you'd be like
There
friends
is
replace
there is a
friends?
powerful magical essence emanating from that sphere.
Okay.
But like, no one's got anything
Like,
sitting on
a different kind of magic.
Well, there are. I have been listening to my friend Jester speak of them a lot, like all the time.
I
And
listen to her too. She's got a lot of fun stories.
that is true.
Yes.
This one time, she watched an ant carrying a piece of bread like 6 or 7 times larger than it upstairs.
Oh my goodness. I've never seen anything like that.
I never either, but I take her word for it because she's, she's on the up and up.
Gee, that sounds fun. I like friends.
I do too.
I go up, I put my arms around him, and if he'll let me, I'll kiss him on the cheek.
Oh.
Aww.
Thank you.
Caleb, you're up.
But
yeah,
I don't see Jester. She's not here.
Well, she left already.
I don't see Twiggy. I heard her voice.
Yep.
Nod is up.
Yeah.
There's a dragon.
Mm-hmm. And a fire elemental that is burning angrily.
It's the worst I'm half.
I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat. And since that is transmutation, I smell the ozone as soon as I hit the ground, I am going to make my transmuter stone make me resistant to lightning.
Good call. Okay.
And I'm going to beeline for the sphere.
All right.
Caleb, wait for. Oh, okay. Bye.
All right. That brings us to Jester's turn.
Okay, I mean, this is so stupid. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself because I'm gonna die if I don't. No, I stay.
So Jester remains. It's now the dragon's turn. All right, now it's going to be an attack, a claw attack on each of you. Claw attack against Nott. That's going to be 8 plus 9. You take 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
As it strikes both towards you, you there's that moment of quiet where your eyes close and you're waiting for the imminent moment, and you hear this voice creep in your head and go, "Don't worry, I'm watching." And your arm, without even noticing, you feel like a hand push your wrist, and the shield goes up and deflects the impact. You just instinctually muscle it away. As you do, you watch 2 teeth shatter and fall to the ground in front. Just that moment of strength billowing up from inside a pretty strong cleric. Not, you're up. Beginning of your turn, you take 6 points of fire damage.
My heart rate is literally like running 2 miles.
Just go.
I will run towards the exit.
Okay. Are you disengaging?
No.
That's gonna hit. Sure. That's a 15 plus 9. Yeah, it's 24. Sure. It's gonna be a bite attack against you, which is more damage. That's gonna be 18 points of piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. I'm okay.
Okay.
If I use my bonus action to fire again, does that, I can't touch the thing, right?
Nope.
Just go. Just go. Just go.
Fuck.
What you doing, man?
Al, you done enough.
Yeah.
You did enough.
Go.
You did enough.
Go.
Don't do it!
She can go now. He used his reaction.
I'll
go.
Yeah.
Go.
I'll go.
Jester's turn. Beginning of your turn, you take fire damage. 6 points of fire damage.
Oh my god.
It's only a 10.
Okay. Yeah. Well, he used his reaction, right?
He did. Jester's out.
Oh my god.
It's the dragon's turn.
Dragon's turn.
The dragon.
I rolled
Is that a 1?
super
Yeah,
high.
I got 1 hit point.
1 hit point.
As you all, one by one, emerge, beaten on fire.
Jesus.
Help put it out for those who are still burning in flames. You find yourselves back in the hull of the ship. A few more appear. Eventually, everyone makes their way out of the sphere.
You guys, I did it! I killed the dragon all by myself!
What? No, the dragon was alive. We just left. It's.
Oh man.
Go over to Jester and just take the flower out of her head and be like, I think it worked. I'm gonna take it back now.
I turn to him back. Just like bury my head in it.
How you feeling?
I walk off.
Well, I just want to say that this was the most fun adventure I've ever had in my lives, and you guys are the bestest friends that I've ever had. But I better keep moving, so I might get off here.
You don't want to stay with us?
You guys have been the greatest friends ever, but I've spent my whole life in a box. So I'm gonna go exploring.
Oh.
I understand that.
Yes, I go up to the gangplank or whatever, sort of attached to the dock. I sort of wave and I say, be good, be brave. Thanks for the adventure.
Bye. Bye.
Make good life choices.
And I'll back up down the boat.
Eat all the candy.
Jester, are you alright?
Oh yeah, of course I'm fine.
You're a bad liar.
I'm a really good liar, Bo. I'm going to go to my room. Go to sleep.
Are you okay? Am I okay? Yes, I'm fine. Are you okay?
Would you jump up?
I will jump up onto Caleb and I will give him a big kiss on his nose.
Sit down on the deck and start drawing in chalk on the wood and putting my cat in the middle of it, even though he's only been a cat for a few days, and 10 minutes later we have an octopus.
Wait, if I was petting Frumpkin when you were doing that, would he slowly like lose his fur and grow tentacles, or would it be like a poof?
We'll try that sometime, okay?
Okay.
One pet of just.
I want one.
There is a moment of transition. It's a little awkward. Into the ocean.
There you go.
Below, disappearing into the depths.
May I have my books back, please, before you draw googly eyes in the pages? Did you already draw googly eyes on the pages?
I don't know, maybe. Here's another one for you.
Yeah.
There may be some surprises, maybe not.
Orly, can we set a course for Set a course for Nicodranus by way of Broken Bank.
Think about this.
Speaking of stinky, Caleb, what do we get? What's all the stuff?
I have been in the ocean for days and days.
He's the most
and
sterile
days
he's ever been.
What did he get? What did he get?
Well, first I want you to admit that I have been washed from top to bottom. You see?
I didn't say you were stinky. Not said you were stinky, Caleb. I think you smell like salt and fresh air.
Like a douche.
Jester.
Yeah.
What about a place that has writing materials, paper and ink and that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, my mom was big on books.
You could you have not been to a bookstore necessarily. Most of the books that you had were brought to you by your mom, but you could probably wander around and find one eventually.
Yeah, I'll
You'd
lead the
like-
way. It's his way.
Dreef.
You just walk over here and then you go down this
I
street.
feel like we've walked down this road before, at least twice.
Really?
Yeah.
That is exactly what we've done. You've been to this place before, but when you were a child, maybe you've forgotten the way.
Oh, I never went here, no.
Did you get out? Did your mother take you around, or did you have maybe a babysitter?
No.
Neither? You
No.
were just left to your own devices as a small child?
No, my mom was there, but we didn't go places. But I did see a bookstore, I swear, from my window. See? That's what I was talking about, this one right here, front to back.
But before we go in, you never went out, or just rarely? You mean just rarely went out?
I did go out sometimes, yeah. I got to go, on errands sometimes. Yeah.
That's fun. Did you have many friends growing up?
The traveler's really cool.
Oh. So you were starved for
And Blood.
Oh.
I mean, that guy, he hung out with me sometimes.
the Minotaur?
Yeah.
That must have been fun.
It was. He would let me hang on his horns.
What about just outside of the chateau? Did you go out to play?
No.
Well, let's see what books they have inside here.
The only sound you hear is a silent purring from what looks to be the owner's cat is curled up on top of one of the shelves, and it's just like. As soon as you enter and make your first creaking footstep against the floorboard, one eye pokes open and just stretches out. Stands up and looks at you all and then turns around and just walks away.
Well, priority one is just I deal in prose and poetry quite a bit, so I just need a good amount of basic blank paper for my work.
He's a really good poet.
And all rhymes.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been published?
I am working up the courage for that point. I'm almost ready. I just have to take that first
Slam
step.
poetry right now. Just what's anything that comes to your mind. He's really super.
Go. Pink. I sometimes think. I need to think. I want to get out of the store right now.
And get a drink. Oh, we
Yes.
can make a scratch.
Keep at it.
So just the paper.
Yeah.
Where are we going to stay tonight, do you think?
Put it in the bag.
That would be helpful.
Huh.
All right.
Wait, what did you ask me?
Where are we sleeping tonight?
Yeah, well.
That's not a chateau. Where else would we stay? Should we go home?
You can see kind of lounging in her fainting couch in the far corner is your mother with a small book open. Her hair is just kind of pulled and tied back tightly. She's just in her casual, Jester, oh my goodness, Jester. And she puts the book down and sits up and just runs across and picks you up with a big swinging hug and just starts showering your top of your forehead and cheeks with kisses. Jester, you're back.
We're back.
But are you taking him?
Yeah, of course we
Wonderful, wonderful. I am so happy to hear that.
Yeah.
He's missed his mommy, haven't you? Haven't you?
Rooms ought to cover it for us.
Yeah, that'll be more.
Just for the night?
How long are we going to be? Maybe Just a couple nights, maybe at best. There's a few things we should do in town before we head.
I don't know what we're doing.
Did you want to stay for a while, though? A few days?
I mean, I don't want to impose or anything, you know.
It's not an imposition. I just need to make sure that there are rooms available for each progressive night.
Pardon me, after tonight, we could find another place. You give you a day or two with your mother?
Sure.
I mean, I would not argue.
I mean, we can hang out. I know there's stuff we need to do and stuff. Now that we're back, on land, I feel better.
It is welcoming.
Should we take Nugget with us as we go?
Please no.
Yeah, maybe not into the stores with things that break and then we have to pay for it.
Also, we might be doing like a sort of a covert walk by of this place.
I guess we can leave him here for the time being.
Do you know, I'm going to stay here and do a little bit of reading, so if you want me to watch your dog, I will.
Really? Do you want any company?
While I read?
Yeah. Someone, to stare over your shoulder and see what you're reading and talk
will
to you while you're
feel
trying to.
a little uncomfortable. Who are we talking about? You?
No, I don't like to be near when he reads. He needs to focus.
Are you sure Nugget won't bother you?
No, but go find out what you can about this place and get your shopping done. Ask about the tower.
Okay.
Subtly.
Do you need anything?
No.
Okay. Nugget, I love you. Stay with Caleb. Don't bamf away. Stay with him. He loves you so much. You're gonna have a good time. Okay, bye.
Yeah.
Watch the dog.
The dog immediately both port in opposite directions as he ports right up next to you and pushes you over.
Okay, you want to do some spell research with me? Come on. Come on, Frumpkin.
Pumpkin comes over slowly and kind of. Pumpkin leaps up and perches around your shoulders, kind of taking the territory and staring at Nugget.
You are in charge. You are the guard cat. Don't let him push you around. And I start to read and write.
All right. After an evening's rest in the luxurious rooms of the lavish chateau and a fine breakfast, what would you like to do for the day in Nicodranas?
What is going to get us in that door? Is it information about Ukatoa?
What door? What are you talking about?
We talked about this over dinner last night.
I didn't eat with you.
We definitely did.
Maybe you
we had a
told me.
big dinner. Anyway.
The blade studying.
You didn't come to the dinner at all, Caleb?
No.
He's just being cool.
No.
We need a story to get us past the. Maybe we make an ally and he can check off more than one box.
Yeah.
Tell us about the dodecahedron.
Check off a bunch of boxes.
Yeah, or potentially could turn us over to people that we are not interested in being turned over to. But I'm not saying no. Let's just be careful. That's all.
Yeah, fair enough.
Well, this guy is anti-Clovis Concord, so I don't know. I don't think
he's going to do something to you, Caleb, personally.
I don't think so.
What did he talk to you about?
Yeah.
Did he talk at all, or was he just like?
Hey, Caleb. We talked about you guys, actually.
What did you say? Did you say we were really cool and you love us so much?
You said we were foolish.
I didn't say anything. I listened.
Not. Isn't your hometown in a little bit of danger?
Oh, is it? I hadn't been thinking about that every day. But yeah, it is.
I mean, maybe we should,
But don't you want to spend more time with your momsies?
Well, of course I do, but, my mama's here, and people you care about could be in danger.
Well, we could swing by. I wouldn't be opposed to that, but...
But let's stay in one place for a few days first, right, before moving on. That way we can stay a few days when we get there. Don't want to run off.
Your
mother misses you. She wants to see you. She wants to spend time.
Of course, Caleb, but people could be in danger.
One more day. or you'll regret it.
Only if it's okay with everyone. I could always catch up with you all.
It's gonna need a day to get ourselves together anyway. We don't have, we're gonna have to put everything together. So why don't you just spend some time with your family and we'll get the cart together and get the supplies together.
Set off in the morning?
That's fine with me.
Set off.
Yeah?
Yeah, go with me.
Sounds like a deal.
All right.
I'm gonna try to teach Nugget, just work on that whole bamfing in and out.
I'll walk over while she's training the dog. He's getting very good at that. You're doing a good job.
Thanks,
I
Caleb.
really don't like dogs, I'm sorry. I finished this book. I thought you might like it. It's about a romance at sea with a sailor.
What is it called?
The Salty Sea, huh?
That's it, enjoy.
I'm gonna try to refine.
Too much.
Refine.
The problem with friends is that you have to care about them. You wander away.
Wow. Wow! Fucking cool, Caleb!
Caleb is really cool.
Yeah, he's cool. You're cool, Caleb. See, Jester thinks you're fucking cool because she's your fucking friend.
All right. Can we maybe circle back to the?
We can tell you're really, scared. And that's okay to be scared. We just don't know why. Did you die too?
I have been using you all.
How?
I attended the Sultry's Academy.
Wait, isn't that where you want to go, Ford? It's really bad or something?
I was plucked by one of the Cerberus assembly. He sort of put me in advanced class. Me and a few others. I went a little crazy. And ran away. I don't want you all to be seen with me, because if you are seen with me by one of them, they will use you to get to me. You met the man who trained me. His name is Trent Ickathon.
That's why you always make that face. I'm sorry, Caleb.
I'm not a very good person.
Well, I don't think our actions define who we are all the time. Good people do bad things sometimes. Even bad people do good things. I think you're a good person.
Also, I don't think a very bad person would care about us.
I don't think a very bad person would care that he was very bad.
Do you care about us? You've told us several times how you've been using us.
Are you secretly in love with me?
You still haven't answered my previous question of how you were using us and what that means to you.
Oh, yeah.
Look at me. I am a string bean. I'm weak as it comes. I'm weak. Look at that. Look at her.
Look at me.
Your guns are bigger than mine.
You have no guns. That was an exaggeration that day. You are just fast and quick and talented.
Okay, okay.
I feel like there's a difference between using someone and relying on someone.
That's what I was gonna say. Do you think that Ford was using us? You think that Knott's been using us?
Shut up, Travis.
You know, and we're also here volunteering our help.
It's only using us if you don't like us. Do you like us, though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do?
Oh, Jester. I'm glad you see good in me.
It's too late now because whether you like it or not, we all care about you and are invested and, you know, like your happiness, I guess. So.
Okay.
Don't run. You can say you don't believe in anything, and that's fine. Believe in us just a little bit.
Oh, I will consider it heavily.
This day is the hardest so far because it is an entire 8+ hours of just winding tunnel. And it is
66 bottles of
maddening.
beer on the wall, 66 bottles of beer.
Take one down, pass it around. 65 bottles of beer on the wall.
Also, all throughout the day, once an hour, Caleb says, "It's 2 o'clock.
Shut up.
It's 3 o'clock."
No.
You know, if you're gonna do those, maybe put some chimes behind it so you can be like
I
a
use
bell tower.
thaumaturgy every time he says it to make the bing bong noise.
An hour later, an hour later, ding dong, ding dong.
No.
It's 4 o'clock.
And points over to the small cage, the little creature, you mean?
Yeah, what is the
Who is this one?
What's up?
It's food.
No, don't eat it. What is it?
Are we gonna pass judgment on this thing? Come on. Let's just keep going.
I mean, we shouldn't let it just
You
die.
can't, you're not even sure what kind of creature it is. It kind of resembles like a squirrel, kind of resembles like a small dog, but it's greasy and ratty and
Trade your dog for it.
I'm not gonna trade Nugget for
Trade
no.
Nugget for it.
No.
I tell you what.
What are you up to? Stuff.
Do you want this creature?
I mean, I don't want it to suffer in a cage, Caleb.
I will make one last offering to you. I will give you the Fey King in exchange for this creature here.
Oh, don't.
The cat! No, you can't!
Quiet.
You'll be running the rest of this trip.
You can give faking.
You will bring blessings to your people.
Take food. Keep king.
Okay. Take the okay. So telepathically, I tell Frumpkin, I'll bring you back in one day, buddy. In my head. And he trots forward.
okay. Picks up the fake king from the scruff of the neck. Goes like,
I eat, gain power. Bigger than that one. False leader. Let go!
you guys are given a path through.
And we have food. The creature in the cage.
The cage is just right there.
So
Let's
pick it up.
open it up.
All right.
The whole cage. Let's go.
The creature immediately jumps out and just darts off down the tunnel.
rabies! Sorry.
Yay, it's alive. Thanks, Caleb.
Bye, buddy.
That thing is gonna die in 10 more feet from something else.
It's gonna be like one of those YouTube videos where they let the mouse go in the forest and just the hawk like 10 feet.
Yeah.
So you guys continue on the path?
All
right.
Wait. How about I take Caleb the entire distance, you and Yasha bamf 90 feet and run? Because Caleb,
Sure.
squishy.
Sure, sounds good. I like it.
Jester, you're up.
Okay, I'm going to run out, grab Caleb, and dimension door to the other side.
All right.
On the other side of the tunnel.
For my movement, I am going to just take a step, not back in, but to the side.
There?
Actually, and I will walk to the other side of the dog.
There?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah, and I'm just looking for Not.
You got it.
Hey, Caleb. Do you have any extra arm wraps? Seems mine evaporated in the lava.
Not the braces, though, are good, yeah?
No, bracers are good. They're a little janky on my wrists now, though.
I do, actually.
Wraps are kind of padding them out.
I have enough for three sets of arms.
Are they clean?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Let's smell them first.
How long have we known each other for?
They smell all right.
Yeah, a while.
Do I still smell?
No, but you know, things that are on your hands for a while, if they're real tight and stuff, they can smell.
Yeah, it smells like vinegar after a bit.
Yeah, it has
Those
like a
were in
weird...
my bag.
Balsamic.
Oh, well, that's good then.
Balsamic.
I just go and smell Caleb's hand.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Just the tongue.
No.
Oh, 19
Oh,
plus
you're fine.
whatever.
You're fine.
So that's great.
It means you're on fire on a regular basis.
Yeah, right. So it should be fucking tearing it free.
Actually,
Nice,
it's like a hint of mesquite.
Yeah,
It's,
kind of like a campfire. I like it.
Anybody take a second to watch?
I'll take second watch.
I will stay up as well.
All right. As the evening progresses, you're confident in the lull of activity this tunnel seems to bring. You do catch looks to be some sort of a shift of movement or a shift in texture along the roof of this tunnel. And as you look up, you can see there's some sort of a creature, larger than most of you, that kind of takes up the upper half of this tunnel. A heavy, dark shell, almost turtle-like, but you see these extended arms that end in these hooks. As it kind of crawls its way across the ceiling, its shell almost scrapes the top of the dome.
Oh my gosh.
As-
I'm drawing in the sketchbook.
Okay. It doesn't seem to pay any mind to the dome, and just continues scrambling past and further down the tunnel.
You saw something that looked like that?
Yeah. This was crossed right overhead of us.
I don't like that.
Have you ever seen anything like that before?
I draw googly eyes on it.
That makes it a little more palatable.
It's not as scary anymore, huh?
Kind of cute now. Yeah.
Are you awake?
Oh, wait, no. I thought this was morning.
Both talking in her sleep.
Yeah. I use thaumaturgy to make it sound like the nice sound of rainfall, so that Bo will be able to go back to sleep.
Generator. That's lovely.
Now that's a good use of a cantrip. Other than that, the evening's uneventful. But you did watch this hooked arm-like beaked creature crawl its way past you and make its way deeper in towards the mountain base.
I don't really think that you're stinky. Just so you know. I mean, I did, but I don't anymore. You don't smell bad. You should know.
Well, you can keep the running gag going if you like.
Only if it, doesn't make you uncomfortable.
No, it made me uncomfortable at first, but now I know you pretty well, so it's fine.
Okay, good.
Plus, it was hot back there, so now these do kind of, I was
I
sweating.
can't smell like your
In fact,
armpits.
I'm going to, there's nothing to hide now, so I will put those away.
All right. The rest of your watch goes without issue. Eventually you get to a point where you're no longer hiking and walking. You're having to hand over foot climb up. It's almost becoming a vertical tunnel.
I will go right behind them.
Okay. So everyone behind Caleb. Caleb, making your way up. The wraps. Have you rewrapped yourself?
No.
Yeah,
Nothing to hide
and which is unfortunate because the texture does add to a bit of the grip that you're used to having in some circumstances, combined with just the general sweat and the exertion. Being not the most athletic member of the group, you reach forward and grab a stone that just dislodges, and you drop it and reach out for another one. That one dislodges too, and you reach out and grab the side, and your fingers just hit loose gravel, and you scrape back, and the rest of you behind look up and watch Caleb go, "Whoa," and begin to fall in your direction.
Free fall?
Can I try to catch it?
You manage to catch Caleb by the scruff of the coat and pull back. Your hand begins to come loose, and you kind of reach out and grab on another piece of stone, and you feel your fingernails kind of grind and snap, but you just barely manage to hold on. Somebody's going to have to support, or they're both going to go down here. So below them, who's going to go ahead and
Yeah,
help?
I'll reach out and try and help.
I'll make an arm brace with Ford on the other side.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
try and like,
clothesline.
yeah, clothesline.
Okay. You take a moment to right yourselves and get back into a steady position, eventually getting Caleb back on the trail.
Right next to me.
Hold on, we're not finished yet. I begin to disguise self from myself, so I make myself look like a male version of Jester, blue like a twin, but not quite as goth. Just dialed way back a little bit, but not quite as goth, but identical. I can't do anything about the voice. I'm sorry. Let's go.
All right.
And I will finish this turn. Caleb just backs out of the room going, oh, and walks back and stands next to Jester.
Okay, there you go.
Hi.
Oh, we look alike.
We're on it. We have this totally handled.
I believe in you.
Let's go.
You can see your breath. It's nice to have something familiar.
It's funny. Everyone said that Jorhos was very ugly, but looking out, it kind of looks like a field of diamonds right now.
It's glistening, just like in that smut book you gave me.
Yeah! It all comes back to this smut.
It's so romantic.
Thank you, Caleb.
I know that you have an interest in seafaring, so did you learn a lot?
So much.
Name 3 parts of a boat.
The port side, the poop deck, and the mast.
You are a silly goose.
We earn a favor. I take her at her word. She would have to give us a favor, regardless of why we're asking
Does
for
she
it.
seem to place any conditions on this favor?
Well, no, but she also, she's in charge and we're not. She could do whatever she wants.
That's true. It's not a very good favor, though, for endangering our lives for her.
Well, no, but I mean, if you were like, I'll give you a favor, and then, somebody cashes in and they're like, oh, in order to cash in, you have to, cut open your hand and, put it on this thing and maybe do some really horrible blood oath. Would you do that as a favor? I mean, no, right?
Turn around and walk back to my spot. Okay.
Yeah.
I walk forward, I place my hand on the neck of my largest beast and say, I will be back for you later, Yannick.
Yannick.
Good boy.
Yannick. All right.
Halt.
What will you say to yours?
I will be back for you later, yarn ball.
Yannick, Yarnball. You see Caleb, you see Frumpkin, but no one seems to be specifically following you. Meaning you don't even know where the rest of your party is.
Okay.
Okay.
It's the red checkered line.
To sprint Frumpkin then up, and he will climb up Jester's back.
Okay. Frumpkin
and perch.
Comes up and perches around the back of your neck.
Sprinkle seems very uncomfortable with this.
Kind of puffs up.
Nugget also is not too fond of it.
I'm more of a menagerie right now.
That's walking petting zoo.
What the fuck did
What
you
were
mean?
you just BSing? Is this your real accent?
This is my real accent.
So you were lying.
I was lying.
Okay, well
So
then
clever.
you should seriously listen to her then, because that is a really noticeable
Can you try a
accent.
different accent?
I am terrible at accents.
Try one. Try one.
Try to
sound like me. Sound like me.
Try to sound like you.
Wow.
I am a little goblin.
Boy.
I like
Okay,
buttons.
do an easier one.
Jester, yeah, like get Jester.
I'm closer
Jester.
to
Yeah, you
your
got
accent.
Jester.
Yeah,
Come
yeah,
on.
yeah.
Oh, hi.
Yes!
I am loving pastries. And also, my god is... What?
No,
my
it's
god
better,
is...
it's better.
My god is so cool, you guys.
What about
That's
Ford? What if you did a little
That's
Ford?
amazing.
Little Ford.
Eldritch Blade.
No. I think you put extra consonants that aren't even there.
Eldritch Blade.
Please? There are no E's in that
I
word.
hope I don't sound like that.
Just don't talk. Just don't talk. Maybe. In like places where people can hear you and stuff.
That's nice.
Okay, wow. Maybe.
A lot like, honestly, that sounded a lot
Say
like.
technically. Say technically.
Technically. Technically.
Are they next to each other, or are they like in separate areas?
They're separate.
Okay.
I mean, are y'all gonna be all right by yourselves? Jester, you gonna be safe?
She could punch you through a wall. Do you have a third
We might
room
need
here?
a man to take care of us,
These-
Ford.
Top of the next combat round, Jester, you're up.
Oh, okay. I'm going to come out from my hidey hole, and I'm going to say, catch up, Caleb, and I'm going to take off. I'm going to use my action to pick up the carcasses of the two little other gremlins.
Looting them?
No, I'm going to put them in the bag for our things need food. I'll just
Yeah.
get one of them and start
Okay.
using my axe to chop
Oh,
it up.
That will, however, allow you to put it in your handy haversack. All right, that finishes Jester's go.
Your mom
Caleb.
is hungry, you guys.
You up, Caleb?
Not going to dash. I am just going to walk up and watch as Jester is destroying this thing and say, that is more familiar than I would like, and I am just going to watch our backs and hold a firebolt if anything comes behind us.
Behind you? You got it.
Meow.
Like, is the rest of the cat like in the rock? Where is it?
That's a very good question.
The rest of the cat is in my heart.
You got a big heart.
While this is happening, not. Which way are you going, right or left?
Left.
All right. You head left.
Hold a second, and I will walk carefully. I will stealth up.
Yeah, make a stealth check for me, please.
I can see you.
So, coming to consciousness, you, Caleb.
Caleb, the side eye. I'm just keeping eyes on him.
Right? He's sleeping pretty hard. Everybody is. You're a little distracted because on the ground not far from you is Caduceus, who is super exhausted and snoring super loud.
Frumpkin is also purring furiously all night.
There you go. So you're surrounded by haphazard motors.
Yeah.
Before we get out, I'll saddle up next to Caleb and just say, "Hey, how'd that feel yesterday when you were all, launching shit at us?"
Not good.
Did it feel like you wanted to do it, or did it feel like you wanted to fight it?
No, I was actually frightened of you.
Oh.
It made me frightened of you.
Oh. Well, we are pretty scary.
But you feel better now. You know that we're friends, right? No lingering effects, no PTS.
No witchy fireballs.
No, I'm fine. I'm me. I'm me. Can I interject for a second?
Sure.
Caduceus, they've been gone for 10 minutes. You see everything. Where did they go? We can't make a stir out here, but they've been gone forever. They've been taken or something.
Calm down, it's fine. Why
It's
don't we
not
just-
fine. Where are they?
They haven't been taken. I
Messages.
just saw them go across the street that way. Is that a skid mark on the side of the well?
There is a bit of.
I wasn't
toilet
gonna
paper.
say anything about it, but
What if you sit down on your hands and knees and then we sit on you like you're our personal
Yeah, like
stools?
benches.
Yeah. Like you come around with us and give us like, you know.
We are very expensive benches that you hire.
Very powerful bench.
Among other things.
I've
but
always
yeah,
thought that about you.
real
Kate.
important job description.
I wish I had a bench to throw at all of your all's
There is
heads.
a bench. There's a couple black benches in here. If you want
They
to.
seem very bolted to the ground.
How did I get here with you people?
We take you to all the best places. We're about to meet a queen, yo. This is amazing.
It is.
The Empire is working against you. Wildmount is working against you. And we have brought the proof, if you will allow me to show it to you.
The Zyther across the way goes, "What proof?"
I need to approach my friend. I mean no harm. I need to remove something.
You have a moment. Anything strange, and I take off your head.
Jester, I am coming to you, okay? I am just going to open this bag.
Careful,
As you
there's a
reach
lot of
for
sludge in there.
it, you hear the sound of many blades being drawn as you reach for the bag.
And I reach in and grab the dodecahedron.
Okay.
Oh, God.
And lift it into the air.
The thrum of the object in your hand. The light pulsing like the heartbeat since the moment you found it.
One of your own came to retrieve this and fell. And I bring it to you. And I set it down in front of Jester, 2 or 3 feet in front of her feet, and raise my hands back into the air. I'll tell you what, though. For the first time in a very long time, I feel hopeful.
You look like you feel hopeful, Caleb.
Keep the frown on, keep the frown on. Don't break.
I'm not breaking. I think it's going to be hell on earth for us to try to go back to the Empire. I assume everything that was said in that room is going back to Wildmount, going back to the Cerberus Assembly. My goose is cooked.
I think you're right. I think I'm going to have a very hard time finding my father now because of this. I don't know if I'll ever see my mom again because the choices made in that room.
If you want to see your mother, I can get you back to your mother pretty soon. Don't you worry, we will get you to Allfield.
Might be an expensive journey, though.
Soon. Money.
Well, Caleb can just get some paper and then he'll figure out how to just pull somebody there.
He's close.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Before you guys leave, if you guys want us to buy diamonds, somebody help, because I don't think we have enough money to buy a bunch of diamonds and stuff.
That is a good investment. Yeah.
Wants to give us all their money.
I place 20 platinum in Jester's hand.
What? You didn't need that. We're about to go find books and stuff.
Thank you, Caleb.
Jester is going to take that. If we are going to be exploring this country, we don't know what we're going to run into. So that is for the party.
Paper and ink.
Yeah, I think they're all 500 GP if I remember.
We'll figure that out. We've got to do this then. That trick you use to make windows open and close? You do all kinds of things with it. Can you make this lather? Can you lather this?
It's not like that sort of thing. I can make it sound like you've got bugs in your beard.
Okay. You guys managed to set up camp that evening using your hut to keep yourself safe. The Moorbounders kind of hold a perimeter, and you take a night's rest.
The dome is somewhat filled with the sound of Frumpkin purring heavily, making biscuits in Jester's clothes, her sleeping form.
Hi. I squeeched the ears. Don't tell Caleb. And then I give a little bit of pastry to Frumpkin. Yeah. Cool. Caleb, can I keep Frumpkin forever?
Yeah. What?
Good morning.
Good morning. I like your idea. I could also turn one into a skunk if need be.
Oh, hey, I could do that too. That's a really good idea, Caleb.
They are probably not that bright. While he's talking, I have moved closer, much closer to the whale, watching Jester pet the whale, and I'm just, in case this thing turns back into a giant, I am readying some ideas.
And this box.
Yasha!
I was going to say, when the
Bust this shit open.
fine instruments fail,
It's not piercing through. It's a well-made box.
Get one of our giant friends.
No, Lavore. I pick it up and carry it over. Crack this nut.
I mean, if Yasha couldn't do it, I probably
Oh,
couldn't
don't sell
do it.
yourself
You're
short.
very strong. I've seen. I look at
Flex.
the muscles. No, I'm way lower. Oh, but. What if I use my painting tools and I'm going to paint a hole on the lock?
Oh, that's a good idea.
Okay. So you use a little bit of the paint and you paint a little hole, and all of a sudden your finger goes through, and your finger can reach inside the box.
Yes.
And you kind of and you open it from the inside.
Caleb sits on the ground and begins to. He pulls out the one book and begins to
Take it,
ritual.
make sure it's not magical.
Okay, he's doing his thing.
Is it magical, Caleb?
10 minutes
Give him
later,
a
he's
second.
ignoring Jester.
Give him a second.
Caleb, is
Give
it
him a
magic
s-
though? Is
give
it
him a
magic? Can you tell if
second.
it's magical?
Caleb is just like.
We're shouting
All
over
right.
top of each other.
So you're.
who do you think needs these healing potions the most?
Oh. I don't know. Caleb's pretty weak. He goes down a lot. Don't worry, Caleb. I'll protect you.
Sorna is.
What do? We gotta get out of this room and seal it up somehow. Can we do that?
We may not be able to close it till tomorrow. This
Yeah.
just might be a thing.
I might have to sit here and wait.
Seal it and sleep.
Seal it and sleep might be a way to go.
Should I kill the turtle?
No.
Yeah,
I only get one per day.
You've already used it.
Can we
Okay,
seal
do we
this?
seal
Do
this
we
room? The point of this whole thing was to rid their
stone shape something?
their home
Yeah.
of bad things. We
I have
can't
an
do
idea.
that.
I have an idea, Caleb.
Yeah.
What if you make your dome thing and you put it on the stairwell and then it blocks anything from coming down the stairs?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then we can close the rift as soon as the morning comes.
That is an excellent idea.
So yeah, right
Work
over
that
the
out.
entrance for the stairs maybe then.
That's an excellent idea. Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
It is.
Thank you.